colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tamahao. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges, and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers. Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think.
Welcome to the Great African Leadership Series, where we feature great inspirational speeches and quotes from African leaders.
Fellow freedom fighters, comrades and friends, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to Accra and to this conference of African freedom fighters and supporters of the growing movement for Africa's liberation and unity. It is good for our cause to have a periodic meeting of this kind to examine our position in the great struggle to rid Africa completely and forever of imperialism and its handmaidens, colonialism and neo-colonialism. Africa is rich and not poor. As the great wealth that has been taken out of our continent over 5 centuries of spoliation and extortion very well proves. Africa has immense actual and potential wealth: gold, diamond, copper, manganese, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, asbestos, chrome, cobalt, a host of other minerals. Our essential agricultural produce have all been drained away by colonialist imperialism. Africa is far from being poor. It is Africans who are poor, not Africa. And they are poor because of the uncounted profit that has been made out of the exploitation of their labor and their lands. If we are being baited to enter a European community, we must have something that community needs, and needs badly, when it pretends to offer a bonus by way of aid. When Greeks come bearing grapes, should we not look them well in the mouth, if I may mix my metaphor? But I'm sure you get my meaning. I raise this point so that it will stay in your minds when you may be tempted by the seductive promises of new colonialism to forget the real character of colonialist imperialism and be persuaded away from your own true interests and those of Africa. For today, we must each see ourselves as part of Africa in order that we may face colonialist imperialism and its new form, neocolonialism, on a continent-wide front. This requires some plain speaking. And for the sake of Africa, let us speak plainly. As I see it, our greatest danger stems from disunity and the inability to see that the realization of our hopes and aspirations, the realization of our objective of total African independence, and of our future progress and prosperity is inextricably bound up with the necessity to unify our policy and actions in connection with the continued struggle for independence and the greater task of economic and social reconstruction beyond it. We must therefore face the issue of African unity now, for only unity will make the artificial boundaries and regional demarcations imposed by colonialism obsolete and superfluous. African unity will thus provide an effective remedy for border disputes and internecine troubles. In a united Africa, there could be no frontier claims between Ethiopia and Somalia, or between Zanzibar and Kenya, Guinea or Liberia, or between Ghana, Togoland, and the Ivory Coast. Because we would regard ourselves as one great continental family of nations. Some of the leaders, it must be confessed, do not see the struggle of their brother Africans as part of their own struggle.
That old laptop must be so slow.
Try the stylish Lenovo Yoga Book 9. An Intel Evo design. It's miles quicker and has 2 OLED touchscreens.
Oh, thanks.
Pre-check.
Oh, again?
From $31.20 a month, interest-free over 24 months. Currys, beyond expectations.
I hear you can now get up to £300,000 to help your family cover debts such as your mortgage or to leave as a gift to your family. So how does it work? Well, you know, the industry doesn't...
Even if they did, they would not be free to express their solidarity. These rifts are consciously created by the imperialists between the Africans, where they can sit back and watch with sly satisfaction, as well as contempt for those who fail to see how they are being used against Africa's best interests. Regrettably, those states include some who were among the freedom fighters of yesterday.
Right. If you've joined me, those of you on the radio platforms, thank you for listening and welcome to the show tonight. Special show from now till 8 p.m. Then we'll hand the baton to party political broadcast by Dr. Joe Swajman. But yes, tonight is a special day. I mean, it's been a special day. And it's going to be a special night for all those who believe and love the Osajifo, which I hope many of us do. Even his detractors, even his enemies, opponents, secretly and quietly, they admire the man, the Osajifo. When we say Osajifo, Kwame Nkrumah never dies, it's not about the literally or the literal meaning of that statement. It is the spiritual and intellectual and, the belief, the trust, that which pushes people that which encourages the rest of mankind to go forward and do as Osagyefo wanted us to do. So with that idea behind our minds and in our brains, we always say Nkrumah never dies. His ideas and ideals, many have come and explained, many have come to either even condemn him, take it or leave it. As they say, it is what it is. But seriously, for those who even doubted the Osagyefo, if nothing at all, let's consider hindsight. A little bit of hindsight will say that now, as they say, we've seen our foolishness levels. With all what has happened, and those people in the interview, the clip I played, there is a certain man who said he was jailed because he was blamed for planting the bomb. He never said that, oh, he didn't do it. He never even say that he didn't even do it at all. But if you listen to it carefully, he made a comment. One of his comments was that Osagyefo chose to go. Okay, Osagyefo chose to go the what we call it, the one-party state, and saying that if it is one-party state that we gotta go, then it would have been better to stay with the white people. We've had so many foolish comments like that over the years. I hope those on Zoom, you can hear me. Okay, thank you. So this sort of foolish talk has been up and about for several years. But one thing which remains the solid truth is that, what is good or what is meant to endure cannot easily be removed or destroyed. For me, look, let's have a layman's argument, a simple layman's argument that supposing Nkrumah came and he decided to give the monies that we had to people that he feared, that, oh, these people, when they get me, they will do me. So he gave it to them for them to trade. Obviously, those people will make big, big money. Like Kufuor foolishly said not quite long ago that Nkrumah used the money to do industries and, implying that that was not a good idea. But imagine Nkrumah was like everyone else and said, this my hometown people, they are all villagers. I mean, if you are not a Ghanaian, you don't understand what I'm villager doesn't mean a person who lives in a but a person who is not enlightened, people who are still living in the, let's say, Stone Age. So my people are all villagers. Imagine that time. How many accountants, how many auditors did we have? And Nkrumah could have actually sent big monies to wherever those days, the Switzerland and the Paris of this world. They will hide the money for him. They will keep it and know he will die and leave it for them. If Nkrumah had done that and, indulged in business people and business, as we say, kotobeton. If Nkrumah had believed in, yes, that entrepreneurship, that commerce. But saying that, it means Nkrumah, I'm not saying, it didn't mean Nkrumah didn't believe in commerce or entrepreneurship. Because the idea is buy and sell, isn't it? Osagyefo, though, believed that before you buy and sell, you have to produce. So first you produce, then you can buy and sell. What is there here in this simple analogy? This simple explanation that is not understandable to we Africans, to we Ghanaians. So Osajifu said, look, when I was in the America, I was in UK and the rest of it, it's all about industries. If you're able to build and run your own industries, then you produce what you want to produce. You sell some, you eat some with your people, you keep some in some silos for rainy days, so to speak. For me, really, I don't get it. You see, that's why I started by saying hindsight alone. If people in the 70s, 80s were doubting Nkrumah, one-man show, dictatorship, it wasn't good, and all that. I understand, I would understand that in those days, much of, enlightenment has not reached so many people. But now that even the little works, the things that even Gaddafi did, people are now realizing after he was overthrown. People have realized that it was a mistake. For Osajifu at that time to decide to build a country, to decide not to, siphon the money somewhere, keep it for himself and his family. Today, that sounds very foolish indeed. I know his own son, Sekou Nkrumah, have on some few occasions made certain remarks and comments about how his dad couldn't even build one house for them. I totally share his anguish or his disappointment. But in any proper society, yesterday I watched a video clip of Mr. what's his name? Black Rasta explaining one Ghanaian Kobna something Koguano who was taken as a slave, enslaved all the way to the Caribbean. Later he found his way to Britain, England, freed himself, and later became a writer. And the English people have actually raised a plaque, where he lived. They have put this blue sort of, how do we say it? They've put a remembrance plaque in memory of his good deeds. You see? So if you were in a proper society, it will be realized that no, the thing is, Nkrumah wasn't performing magic or religion or miracle. No. It's a produce. Sell some, eat some, and save some for rainy days. What is there not to understand? And so today, we are Kotobeton, everything we are buying. And we are, if I say I'll go on, I'll take the conversation alone. So I know Mr. Kit Yosin, you'll be here for a while. Hello, Mr. Kit Yosin, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, only that your picture gone very dark. I can't see your face, but it's okay. It's okay. The man on the iPhone, is what's your name? Because it's only written the iPhone. Who is it, please?
Yawanachi from Paul, lawyer Anochi in Ghana.
Brilliant. So, Kit Yosin, you came in before the lawyer Anochi. In fact, those of you who watch Ghana TV and the rest, this fella tells the history, the proper history. Before I go to him though, Mr. Kit Yosin, Akwaba, and tell us a little bit about Nkrumah. We have some old boys, Adesoya and Openyikweku, later to join. But for now, Kit Yosin, take it away.
Thank you very much. I will say hello to everybody, and Adesoya and Openyikweku when they come. You got me far away in Oslo, Norway. That's why I've been struggling with my picture.
Why you want to tell me Oslo, Norway? Pictures are not good. Hey, if the king or queen of Oslo hear this, you are in trouble. Anyway.
It's just me struggling. I don't know why. I've been on. I saw
no problem. Kitty, let's go with Nkrumah. Nkrumah is more important than our faces.
Oh, thank you very much. I thank God that the present NPP administration has finally agreed to at least preserve one day for Kwame Nkrumah's birthday, which is today's Memorial Day for Kwame Nkrumah. I thank them. And I thank whichever man or woman or officials came together to make this decision. Because we can never do anything without the name, as Ghanaians, we can never operate without the name of Kwame Nkrumah. I've been in Europe for a very long time. Wherever I go, the whole of the United Kingdom, and even outside the UK, wherever I go, they ask me, where do you come from? I say, Ghana. The first thing they say is Kwame Nkrumah. Both old and young, white people, Europeans, that's what they say. South Africans, all over the world. They never say J.P. Dankwa. They never say Musia. Impossible. They know only one name, Kwame Nkrumah. And the reason we had Nkrumah never dies is that when the Kulungugu bomb was thrown, aiming at killing Kwame Nkrumah, and he survived that attack. Of course, the CPP propaganda was bomb or no bomb, or Nkrumah never dies. And that I've lived with that up till this date. Bomb or no bomb, Nkrumah never dies. But Nkrumah never dies is that the name of Kwame Nkrumah will never die. That's why sometimes I get angry and serious and tell people that, my friend, listen, before Kwame Nkrumah, there were politicians, they were great men, like J.P. Dankwa himself, Obacho Bilamti, Akua J, all these important politicians there. He is not the only politician in Ghana. By the same token, before Jesus Christ, there was Abraham. There was Abraham. Where were before Jesus Christ? The question is, how come Jesus Christ's name is held so high, and Abraham's name, nobody hears that? Christmas is after Jesus Christ. So God does things differently. I mean, especially in his own way. Anyway, I thank God that today is Kwame Nkrumah's day, and let us enjoy it. But the reason Nkrumah is around is that that man did a good job. He served Ghana. He's the only one. After all the 11 Ghanaian governments that have come, Kwame Nkrumah was the only one on the CPP who served Ghana faithfully. In the Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nkrumah gave the best service ever to Ghanaians, more than any other leader we have had. He was a selfless man. That's why he's so important. He did a lot of good work. That's why he's so important. Look at the Adome Bridge. Look at Akosombo Dam. Look at the hydroelectric project. And look at KNUST, Kwame University of Science and Tech, University of Cape Coast, so many hundreds of secondary schools in Ghana. Look at the Tema township, the whole township built by Kwame Nkrumah and CPP. Tema motorway. How many motorways have been built since Tema motorway? We should have seen a motorway from Accra to Kumasi, the next capital city, if you like, of Ghana. But it's not. We should have seen motorways in all the cities of Ghana by now. But it's not happening. The businesses and the factories that through Nkrumah they were introduced, they are all gone down. The railway system that was there is also depleted. That we cannot understand. And we must hold everybody accountable. Look at this. They have failed Ghana. Whoever have come to power up to today, they have all totally failed Ghana since Nkrumah was removed. But it's not a good story to tell, because Ghana is not for a particular political party. That is why when CPP has been removed since 1966, Ghana has not died. Ghana has been managed by so many incompetent people, 11 governments. None of them comes to the level of Nkrumah. That's what makes me sad, and that's what must make every Ghanaian sad. Let us pray and hope that for 2024, the children of Nkrumah, we are all planning, we are working together, but we don't boast, we don't show off, we don't brag. That's why we are very quiet. We have not gone into 2024 yet.
Mr. Kitios, we have just about 19 minutes to share amongst everybody. So,
land
for me. Give the space to...
I'll give the space to my big brothers. And
because Mr. Adesoya just called me that he's also joining. You know, he's an old boy. He's an old boy. In fact,
send me my best regards.
I will.
And,
I will. When Nkrumah was overthrown, he was at is it Achimota or Kraka? I think it's a Kraka. Bleo. You know, those boys, I mean, those guys are experienced people and they know everything. Anyway, Lawyer Nochi, welcome. All right. Lawyer, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you. Yeah, this Lawyer Nochi from Ghana.
I know. And you have been to almost every television and every radio to talk about Nkrumah. I know you are a very busy man, but as they say, you know, in a nice way, they say no rest for the wicked. You are Top Gun. Yes. You are top of the show. You know your stuff. And for some of us, we never have enough of the Nkrumah, you know, what do we call it, circus, going around everywhere. Listen, let me ask you, what is it that, you know, I spoke about before you came, I was speaking about the nostalgia or the hindsight. With hindsight, we can all say that what has transpired goes to prove that Nkrumah was right in everything. Why do you think we still have some doubting Thomases? Lawyer Anoche, take it away. You are a historian.
Okay. No, can you hear me, please? If you say yes, then I continue.
Everybody can hear you. Myself, I'm here. Kit Yorson is in Norway. And Mr. Ade Sawyer, I call him Nkrumah old boy. He's also in London. He's just joined. So take it away, Lawyer Anoche.
All right. Let me say, and I wish I could answer this question by making reference to the only thing people think that Nkrumah did wrong. And I say only thing, possibly the only thing, and that is the declaration of the one-party state. I want to, today, make sure I have answered it. Nkrumah did that because of three very good reasons. The first one is that it was the fashion of the time, the era in which Kwame Nkrumah lived. The very worst people who castigated Nkrumah as being dictatorial, they are puppets in Africa, such as Hufua Boigny, and then all others you can mention, were all practicing one-party dictatorship. Talk about even Nkrumah's old friend, Julius Nyerere. Talk about Kaunda. Everybody in Africa at that time was practicing one-party state or one-party politics. So it was a fashion of the time. Number two, Kwame Nkrumah felt that we as Africans had been with the Western world for about 300 years. 300 years of slavery and colonial domination. And they never put up a single industry on this soil because the colonial economy was one that thrived on shipping, mining, or farming, everything in its raw state, and then transporting to the Americas or to Europe. And so if you happen to have a railway line across your village, it did not mean they loved you, no, but because your village happened to be just within the area, a catchment area of where they are going to exploit manganese or bauxite or diamond or gold or timber or anything, name them. So the colonial economy was not established to benefit the African. And it was Kwame Nkrumah who laid the first foundation of industrialization in Africa. That means I'm answering the question why Nkrumah, people say, was not interested in the private sector. He did not ban anybody, any private person from doing business, but the private sector, I mean, the people of the country knew at the time that as individuals, nobody would make enough money to buy aeroplanes or ships or to build a harbor or an airport. Never. So it was the state that was capable of doing that. And that was why Nkrumah felt the state should take the central role. Now, with that, don't let us forget that when Kwame Nkrumah came to the scene in 1947, December, when he arrived, UGCC was founded in 1947, August, and then he arrived at the end of the year. They had only 2 branches working, even though 13 branches were on paper. Within a matter of 2 months, Nkrumah had raised it to 300 branches. When he broke away 49 and formed his own party in 1951 election, he won, 38 constituencies, he won 34, and discovered that the UGCC won only 3. Now let's go to 54. The National Liberation Movement of the people, the Ashanti people, wanted not a freedom for this country, but wanted a situation whereby Asante Hene will continue to have that autonomy as he had during the Ashanti Empire, so that the Ashanti people, after the British had left, would not serve anybody. So that was the ideology of the NLM. Then go to Transvoter Togoland, SG Anto. They wanted a situation whereby they would join their brothers in Togoland. Now go to Northern People's Party. Yes, SB Dombo, SD Dombo, Simon Diedong Dombo said Southerners would not respect Northerners because they never had any education. So it would be better for them to delay independence or to form their own country. So they formed the Northern People's Party. Now the Muslim Association Party said Christians did not respect Muslims, so they had to have their own party. Now Gashifi Mokwe said that Akans have taken over their land and they want their land back. Now with this, you will see that it was only the Convention People's Party that had a national agenda to seek independence and development of the Ghanaian. The rest, Ashantis never had that idea. In any case, Ashantis were not members, were not part of the United Gold Coast Convention. The Gold Coast United UGCC was for the citizens of the colony. And you know the colony, Eastern Province, made up of today's Eastern region and Greater Accra region, and then Western Province, made up of today Western region and then Central region. UGCC did not have membership anywhere. It was CPP that was a national party, and it showed in the 1954 election where the Transvoter Togoland won a few seats in Volta. The Ashanti NLM won a few seats in Ashanti. And then CPP, Northern People's Party, won some 13 seats or so in the north. And then CPP won seats everywhere in the country. And then come 1956 election, when the opposition transformed into the United Party. Still, the seats they won were in the areas clamoring for either separation from Ghana or a federation so that Asante Hene will control his own people. None of the parties, apart from the Convention People's Party, had a national outlook. And so, as Kwame Nkrumah repeatedly said in the parliament of the day, there was no opposition, because if the CPP had fallen, if the CPP had not been able to win the 1954 election, there wouldn't have been a national government, because Ashanti have controlled the rest of the country. And the same reflection came up in 1956. So eventually Kwame Nkrumah realized that with the exception of the CPP, there was no national party. And he felt, therefore, that it was the CPP that should go ahead with the national agenda. If you allow Ashanti to come in, because Ashanti has said that they wanted the world market price of cocoa, because at that time, Ashanti was made up of Ashanti is a metropolitan Ashanti.
So
made up of
in the end, the lawyer, historian Anochi, because of time factor, it's established that Nkrumah realized that look, the people who want to divide and rule, or the people who want to rule based on their local tradition, like the Anto of Trans-Togoland, the Northern People's Party, Territory people, the Ashantis, and even Greater Accra, the Tokyo Joe people and the rest. Nkrumah, in the end, was right to say that, look, we need to build one country. So for now, at least, let's build it using what he didn't name as union government. But in effect, it was better than to have allowed the rest of the people to divide the country. A simple yes or no, so that I can move on, please.
Yeah, that is it. So I'll conclude by saying that the 1960, when the people voted, the opportunity came for them when Nkrumah explained to them that all the other parties, they do not constitute a truly formed, politically, arguably established opposition as you have where you are in the UK or in the US. They are all parochial in nature. And so I want to find out from you whether you want the consistent and continuous election or you want all of us to come together with the union government. And there is no record whatsoever in political science, Ghanaian political language, and Nkrumah rigged the election. I mean, the referendum. Everybody voted.
And I don't know how Nkrumah would have been able to rig election when his hometown didn't factor too much. His people are very few. The rest were all opponents. Winning Accra from Obichebi, winning Achim from the Achim people, winning Ashanti, all. I mean, that. Anyway, we'll go on into details another time.
So please, we should just establish the fact that if Nkrumah created one party state, it was Ghanaians who wanted it. And then finally, Nkrumah was with the Eastern world. And at that time, it was fashionable also for the entire Eastern world to go one party. And the philosophy behind it was that you draw a long-term development program or project, and there is no way you would have to interrupt it because you want your state to become a power, if not a superpower. So looking at China, looking at even Lin Kuan Yew, this idea, if Lin Kuan Yew had not been a dictator, it wouldn't have worked to make his country today a powerful state. Talk about Dubai. They succeeded because they are not interested in democracy. And talk about Ghana today. We are talking about multi-party democracy. But what are we experiencing? So what Nkrumah did for us, if you are taking the 4 reasons I've given that, 1, it was fashionable for all the Eastern-oriented people where he belonged. 2, it was fashionable for all the African pioneer leaders. None of them, including his critics, everybody was going one party. And thirdly, in Ghana, we didn't have a national opposition. All of them were parochial, and they could never have ruled the nation.
I like that word, parochial. Anyway, let me announce.
So that is it. That's my answer.
Please,
that's my answer.
Thank you. But let me announce that I will have to say apologies, maybe privately to Samia Nkrumah, because just when you guys started coming in, I sent a message, and of course, I know Madam is not very happy. He has just replied me saying that I should have known this yesterday, not now anyway. So, I mean, it's understandable. Mr. Adesoya, I call you the old boy those days. Your question I want to ask you is, your generation, you are older than me and older than Mr. Kit Yosin. Kit Yosin is older than me, and I'm sure I'm older than lawyer Anochi, the historian. My question to you
I'm almost 60. I'm 59.
That's what I'm still saying. I'm still older. Believe me, I am.
You are boyish.
You see, you can't take that seniority. You lie. Anyway, so Mr. Alonso, I want to ask you: do you feel at least a sense of satisfaction that at long last all these things will not, or it's not going in vain? Because the next generation, everywhere you look, even some don't have the deep understanding of Nkrumahism or Pan-Africanism, but they are pushing the Nkrumah agenda. My question to you is, are you a little bit happy or happier that your generation, my generation, and the generation before, we are not just going to die, not knowing that Nkrumah's ideals will be continued? Take it away, sir.
Well, I think that is inevitable, that the stuff that Nkrumah talked about would always be, the stuff that Nkrumah talked about would probably be the only way in which Africa can push forward. I think if you read from 1942 to 1948, when Nkrumah developed his thesis of towards colonial freedom, he laid down the plans for how we would only not satisfy people politically, but would be able to take over the commanding heights of economic development. So the first thing he had to do was to win political freedom. And that he did with the help of several people. Certainly, what is normally talked about in terms of funding a country means that he was the only person who brought together the different constituent areas to actually coalesce in that plebiscite that made sure that Ashanti came together with Transvolta Togoland, with the northern part of Ghana. And that's how Ghana was gelled together. So certainly it is true that Nkrumah was probably the only person who can be said to have founded Ghana. But if we put that on one side, we then look at what his political agenda was. And his political agenda was actually about enriching the country, teaching leadership at the most basic level so that people would emerge and become politicians. And so that they're not just emerging to become politicians, but they're also emerging to come and serve their people. So he did not just bring a group of intellectuals or intelligentsia to mesh them together. His party was full of people who had hope and aspirations, and who were able to come together to actually win political party. So let's look at social development, because I think it's very important. Building of schools, building of hospitals, providing jobs for people, setting up industries and all those things were in line with his view. But there was another view that Nkrumah had, which was this view about African unity. And he was racing to make sure that African unity happened. So all this thing about from 1960 on, when Ghana was a republic, there was some urgency about him uniting with other countries like Ghana, Guinea, Mali, and hoping that other countries would join in that constituent body to be able to form a United States of Africa. It probably did not happen at that time because maybe he was racing away when others were trotting or when others were sort of taking baby steps. What do I think about Nkrumah's legacy now? I think without a shadow of doubt, he's been totally vindicated. I mean, everybody is clamoring back for him, not really as a person, but mainly for the ideals which he stood. That look, the only way we can win this economic war is by banding together. It's about syncing our different agendas, and it's about making sure that we are able to develop so that we're able to start turning our raw materials into useful products. If you look at the 7-year development plan, I mean, it was ambitious, but you need to be ambitious. Industrialization is probably the only way that one can develop. Industrialization based on science and technology was the only way that you can develop. Now, it wasn't exactly true that Nkrumah did not work with the private sector. I think Nkrumah's mantra was that if there's nothing there, you build something. So you had banks, that were foreign-owned banks. Let's get a Ghanaian bank. You had an insurance company. Let's get a Ghanaian insurance company. Everywhere where there was a lack of something, what Nkrumah did was to actually build on it. Certainly, he realized that most Africans will not have the capital to be able to set up these massive industries. But he was bold enough to say that we are setting up these industries because these industries would also provide jobs for much needed people. So state farms, that's what he did. Builders Brigade. Today, we see things like NAPCO and everything that Nkrumah did is even being recreated, is being rebranded under different names, and it's not being delivered in such a way that will benefit all the people. So really, there's no other strategy that we would ever be able to use to achieve the economic freedom that we are looking at. And if you try something else, what would happen is that your economy will be totally trashed. Just like Ghana's economy is totally trashed at the moment. And there's probably no way, no angle that one can say that we are going to try and do this in order for us to be able to succeed. So essentially, what I'm saying is that I'm certainly heartened. I'm heartened by the fact that one man and his vision, and the vision still resonates. And really, going into today, we are saying that today is truly the Founders' Day. And Nkrumah was the founder of Ghana.
Brilliant. Anyway, to all the three of you, time factor, to be honest, the time is not on our side at all. So I'm going to give each and everyone 1 minute to just, sum all the conversation up nicely so that we can do, I can go on to my next program. We should have finished exactly at 8. So I'll come to you, Mr. Kit Yosin. Your final thoughts, but me, I'll put my final thoughts among Nkrumah's speeches and utterances and comments. The one that really resonates or, makes me so happy is the one that he said, they say Ghana is indebted, is in debt. He said Ghana, we have wasted money. What fools are they? They don't know that it's investment. Those industries are investment. And the way he said it, what fools? And really, they were fools. Anyway, Kit Yosin, sum it up 1 minute, please. Hello, Kit Yosin. Okay, Kit is not ready. Kit Yosin, are you ready?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, 1 minute. Please sum it up for us.
I need to gather together all the CPP and Nkrumah's party together so that we go on a common front to fight the 2024 general elections. So anybody who wants to join should contact Mansa Musa. He will get in touch with Kit Yosin. I'm in the central position of getting everybody together. PNC, CPP itself, Progressive People's Party, all the smaller political parties, apart from NDC and NPP, just let's get together and stand up and deliver because we have to uplift the name of Nkrumah.
But Kitty, if your Sajifo was standing somewhere today, I don't think you'd be so enthused with the antics of his own party people because it looks as if he was betrayed and he's being betrayed. Look, I've told you before, Kitty, that for me, anybody whose ancestors betrayed the Osajifo, I can't play ball with them. So for some of you who can even go and dine with the UP people, really, it shocks me. But anyway, whom am I? Anyway, land for me.
Okay. Yeah. CPP or Nkrumah must come together in different names. And that's what I'm trying to say. What sort of name we don't mind.
Sure.
GCPP, Ghana Union Movement, all of it. Sure. Let us stand together and fight off NDC and NPP, domination. That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kit Yosin. We'll continue with this. Lawyer Anochi, the historian. I tell you what, all those of you listening on the radio link and everywhere, believe me, this my kid brother is good. He knows his stuff. I mean, I've watched so many clips. somebody like, what is the name, the full name? Lumumba, that fellow who talks, that Pan-Africanist, the full name is something Lumumba.
Yes.
I forgot.
PLO Lumumba.
Oh, thank you. You see, he narrates how what we can give as relative to that or compared to that is this Anoche guy. This Anoche guy has the history, and believe me, because he's an Akan or Ghanaian, he can even translate sometimes, explain. The other time, he was explaining that music. We were all singing, kro kro hinkro, yes. He said, no, it's not kro kro hinkro. It was oku ehi ekun. She fought, what is the English? This thing? She fought a very bitter or annoying sort of battle. She wasn't happy with her. It's an annoying battle. Oku ehi kwe, and he was pissed. She was pissed off. And so Anochi knows this stuff. Mr. Anochi, kindly, 1 minute, sum your whole thing up for us.
So I'll give him 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Very much. All that I want to say is that I fully agree with my senior colleagues saying that all those who are singing Kwame Nkrumah should come together to redeem the country from the hands of the PNDC, NDC, and I believe that the two of them constitute a monopoly in Ghana's politics. And why do I say that? The NPP, their ancestors overthrew Kwame Nkrumah in 1966. And then the NDC, that one to 31st December 1981. So you shouldn't think that they love the CPP. All Nkrumah worldwide should come together to push up the Nkrumah agenda. That is what I want to say.
That much I totally agree with you.
God bless you.
Now, 2 minutes, if the 2 minutes be that. You see, the 2 minutes is too much that Ivy Kitiosin is joining in. Mr. Adesoya, please, wind it up for us.
Well, I think that the honor bestowed on Nkrumah, making today Founders Day, was a fitting honor. Okay. The fact that it's been replaced and is now being made Kwame Nkrumah's Day should be good succor to us Nkrumah is. But I think that running a Ghanaian or running an African economy or an African state is not an easy thing to do. Certainly forming a party with different strands is not also going to be very easy. These days, I'm very careful when I speak that I rather want to be seen as speaking as a statesman rather than something speaking in terms of party affiliation, because I think that the task before us in Ghana is not an easy one. We have to be able to undertake a restructuring of our political structures, look at how we will satisfy people socially in terms of demands that are being made, and then look at how we are going to align our economy to other countries in Africa so that together we would form a big pool with a bigger voice who would be able to negotiate against the international agenda and against the agenda of Europe, America, and Asia. So I have hope. And I think if it won't happen in this state, it will happen later, because I think people would wake up and people would say that, as my good friend Keith Yosin wants to see overnight, I think people will wake up and people will come together and people would say that, okay, if we don't have money at all, let's find a different way of talking to the people. Let's find enough a way of getting a lot of people to come and join us. Certainly, we may need an inspiring leader, because that's really what Nkrumah was able to do by bringing disparate people together, whether they were intellectuals or they were veranda boys or fisher.
The guy had a wicked laugh, a wicked smile, and it was infectious, as they say. Before we all go, though, I have Dr. Joe Uswajima here. He has come to do his own stuff, which have started at 8 o'clock. But once, since he's here and you are here, I think it's only fair that I will give him also 1 minute to say hello to you, elders, and Nkrumahs, and before I go. So, Dr. Joe Uswajima, if you want to say something, you are very welcome. Nkrumahs.
Yeah, I would say I've loved, and then I'm elated when people are talking about president and our former president. First of all, let me say good evening to all my my colleagues who are on the radio and people are watching on the Facebook. You done it all. What you said about our former president is the true reflection of what he did when he was alive. And people tried their best to bury the name, but when you go back to where when he died, the Guinea president said, he said, these are the things that I'm giving to you. If you don't accept them, I'm not giving you the body. And one of them, to restore and honor President Nkrumah for what he did when he was alive. So I don't want to talk too much, but we've done it all. So one day we'll get chance to talk about this great man. And what can I say? That man was wonderful and it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you too. Right. Thank you, sir. And thank you to Mr. Kitiosin. And thank you to Lawyer Anochi, the historian. Thank you all.
We shall meet next week.
Dr. Joe Ajimai, the restoration man. Chairman Anna, gentleman.
Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies.
You be here where they sweet me, what fools they are. What Jimmy Grado do? Mrs. and dying Mrs. Industries. Muse Debbie, Yenya Milka, ya cry, Benum. Are they? What fools they are. I'll play that again for now, though. Thank you all for listening. Busy hope you. I'll play it again another time. Thank you very much. Anyway, all my guests.
As chairman for UK and Ireland chapter, oh you need papa, or Jenny on my new doctor. Dr. Joanne Negro, yeah, better man. I will vote for Dr. Brandon Stone. I want to Takra, the man who you fair. A Takra born in Saudi Arabia. Dr. Joe Ajimai,
Right, so this song signifies the start, the beginning of Dr. Joe Uswajimai's campaign messages or campaign broadcast on this platform. And today is being Thursday, the Americans say,
vote for Doctor. Now, Ojini Nipam. Doctor Joanne, Dr. George Mase, Ono de Opese, NDC Kua, UK Island, the beginning of diaspora, Ayakra Besheti, Montumanue, Dr. Joanne, what the Campo Muba, Ame Mebu.
Let me go to this telephone call quickly. Ask this gentleman. He said, Mansa Musa, I need to say something. So, a quick one. Let's see. Okay. Yes. Mr. Kwesiakwa, good evening.
Good evening, Mansa Musa.
Yeah. You say you want to say something?
Yes.
About Osagyefo or what?
Yeah, Osagyefo. Happy birthday to Osagyefo, Mansa Musa.
Okay. Right.
Mansa Musa, I would like to extend my greetings to all your listeners.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Joe Usagna is here. He's about to start anyway.
Okay, my greetings to Dr.
I tell you
Joe.
what, Kwesi, be fast because you are calling at 2:40. Your leader is calling me, but I've refused to take it. I'm telling you the truth. So please, quickly.
No, Mansa Musa, honestly, yesterday I listened to the radio program that went on at your station. And some of us are not impressed the way we are doing NDC politics in UK and Ireland here. More so when they were discussing fundraising that we did for the party. I listened a lot and I'm not impressed. So tomorrow what I'll do is that I'll come to the radio station.
I'm very happy you are mentioning tomorrow, yeah. That is fair enough.
Yes.
Tomorrow, if you have chance, I'm here alone, so you can come if you're a rebuttal
yes,
rejoin that,
I'll
whatever.
Call to. Don't worry, I'll call to your radio station tomorrow.
Brilliant. Okay.
And there are certain few records you have to set it straight. We need to stop what we are doing to the party.
Okay.
It's not good what we are doing in UK and Ireland for NDC. We all ought to stop.
Okay. All right.
We have to do a politics of good.
Thank
you so much, Mansa Musa.
The big king of diaspora, we go vote for Dr. Oh, Peppa Tinu, yeah, mistake. Vote for Dr. Joe Ajimai.
Right, Dr. Joe Ajimai. A body in an American says here. Right, so Doctor, Kwaba.
Yo, Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa, Major so, and me church for a tear for Papa Bia in Tia Yawaha. Yeah, Chomopa, because Omuniwa in you, and a Hanso and a Ghana Casahana, so pass and Pabia, and I say, Bonia, a bayan over Suidia, Hana, it, and I say, Hana Betia, some over some no who the obey on Ghana. Na me church for na me campaign team so, or Mojuma Power Moyeno. Aye, Mr. Lons Agini on the down no, my papa or yeno. Na Mechiano Nsubi. Na the deputy a Miss Rita Mensa on also Mechiano, a wajuma oye. Na Dr. Tebi, campaign advisor, Bogawan, media consultant. Na ma Miss Awanso a coordinator or no coordinator, baby, and or say a coso. Said I will become also fine na and also everywhere na menu aba Hajia Akumapa on some channel where Juma Way Ghana radio stations TV any the way no chroma enyina ye chiano esa chia Mr. Captain Abolo obi a wakasa me man captain said the general ye politics am ya no general no onso nya captain intino wokonanim waya de oboye pa NDC party no I just say yemfani ni agro na onu firi won so na menua atokwa amena onu so sa abolo etu anu atiem onu no na ye party adwuma na me bompa ya se dachi party ni be kai omo e wadwuma pa omo ye na ye wie kura no de ne ho hia nanso otwato eye menua obin frimpon onu so de ekoso bia no party no and wo defend and wo kan nsem a kese abane ya enye enso wo Facebook ni social media baby a oye nti ono so waye ade na memomamo na Mansa Musa media si ha no me campaign manager be ma update say ye ma be 2 minutes na wo ma ya metwa so na ma connect so time obebe bia no na media si said the and the time no yedikai aspendi bi intino if you say see ka Kwame Nkrumah semwa President Kwame Nkrumah dia enya dia I say osi kwa nkra because papa no baby sure ho oyi enema obeye eye President Nkrumah ebeye no a de odisuo epa wo se Ghana say adan school kese hospital no eye President John Mahama na we you on through na fe a champa ba me na my analysis and enema obi a say asoma make me boa no frame a on baby omra ai omra
na me fa we ntwem ha ka kire wo kasa bi ma ka kire wo tie for no fans no say still a Zoom link no available until they can join the Zoom link as well.
Okay.
So we see here I can resend it to them and remember another more. But here can Zoom link no fortunately for us you penny back on a butter CMP they say Accra and on the or think one and hope into a room. Badasi, so to me car. Ye chow the bar bro so. Okay, I'm say Badasi yet. Badasi, what to me car? Badasi, won't to me car?
Oh.
Maybe 1 second. Badasi, won't it? Oh, and you share why you know. One person back asa. Share why you know, share why you know for no. I'm say won't be a Mike no. Anyway, any age now, mommy, what age now? Later, we are ready to remember Kasa. Now, be sure say, they got Mr. Longs, they are no sense and numbers, you know. But we are quite sure say we be Mr. Longs. Mr. Longs, I Jenny, Aquabo. Hello, Longs.
Mansa Musa patron na pom to say.
Me hoye.
But my numbers need means sano emi
will be number and a frame me can one
and no me catch us them will be number na because na me nam kwan mu be bia me na me
sano yes
aye me da so
thank you
me da so pa na cost of living no I affect you na rising cost of living affect you na me dia Mansa Musa but na pom to say
oh me say enra you not toy no man dress here I'm so coming mu honestly if you run and drink na me tiri ni me hwini temperature no cause so kakra say above from but nukre ni ma me nka nukre pa 1 in Nkrumah and 2 enye wodi joa nka na me very lazy nka me bia mpam but me wa ha enti so busami asanetie
Mansa me da wasi be grade na before summer course ma me fa chia kese e ma yetie for delegates fa bi omunchi na sene Dr. Kai no omunchi na adwuma yedi se mo manya daje etie ma take time of their busy schedule omunso e de ehwe e wa homatin tesu nyina no na kupon enhira wo mu na de eye wo mu yese ndi se for etie no ye busua baako ensese ejeja ye ho se nam se ye petumi nti no ebidi ye ho atro na egu ye ho fi Mansa Musa unim before se me kwame ba me update no so me ka asem keto abi on se Mansa ene ma sande o no ma bi so ho ani impact o hwe
boy
so adwuma na me di ahye won tane ka ho okay. You have my permission to read them on air. Which I played some patrol by Yamame. Now, my dear Nwatu, my memory, my role as a campaign manager who is supposed to give an update on the happenings within our camp and the generality of what is supposedly to go on. Now, before someone jumping into that, and then 21st September, Nkrumah's Day, Mansa, I remember very well when I gained admission into the Premier University in Ghana. Me me political science. In fact, I've got a degree in political science and information studies. Now, at the day, me kai se me do level 200 as a 300. Dr. Pui and Sakumi, Professor Achuaye, Professor Kwame Boafuata, Uncle Fu ni Ghana's politics, and in fact, Anna Professor Nyinsin. Yeah, these were people well versed in Ghana's politics in terms of your foreign policies, which is whatever that it is about Ghana, I am involved. If I should tell you what it meant to me, because obviously at the point, when he said these are people who knew what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was all about. It was fantastic. Me cousin me na oye adwuma wo Nzureju, right? In my area mu ho. Na me kai se me kosra no de bia me ka se me ko o se me ko Nkrumah krom ho, me ko Nkrumah krom ho. Oya wo so de wo pe politics wo de masa no ka san nsem no. Mansa Musa me sorry ahomachi nante, which was about 4 miles equal and Nkrumah krom ho no ko hweye. And then panel I can't tell you how I'm feeling, but they met me say Yema and as NBC people, as a group that have dedicated ourselves to sort or seek the betterment of our country. No, young man the credit and kind of the year you come here see your mono. Until I make catch us, they can't send you a DB. I send you no more be brave. Say a year no camera me. As it stands now, 7th October, still the data you better about. Nothing has changed. You go so leadership and touchy base with the various stakeholders, I can call it.
Sure.
Meaning, say, still, no, you should all you did better one. You make sure it's you for me, said, Yabamu Emu. Normally, be back also from Tuesday to next. I'm on for try on bet this total. Your friend is saying, and now on bet derail your program by line against other comrades. And they be at the MMA can say you two are very and no only obi be agora now only why on prophet a damn time the bay saying who win elections for UK and Allah chapter. That's a won't mean making any meaningful contributions to the rescue mission in Ghana. Sabi nan faso ni so. Nintina me candidate. Odie sine ni so say and found ni pa ye ni compete. On shema and trocha and koso. Yes, a year and trocha no. So we will be who even to his advantage, we are not interested in that. Mansa Musa me patrol. With the picture be sent do. That picture was taken on the 4th of December. The national headquarters of the NDC, Greater Accra. Myself, Alfred Bohan, my very good friend and elder brother, Sani, Awudu Sani, the chairman, the current chairman or outgoing chairman, whichever way you look at it, the friend is saying, Mbamba, Alhaji Mbamba, and the secretary as well, Michael Kudiabo. That day now, me come one seven. Me found the food for the sendo. The platforms are what watching Dr. Lawrence in the US, foreign Sweden, Germany, foreign. In fact, we did converge our national headquarters. They need a yes, our donation, about the resources I am mobilizing or higher day my party. If we a donation, if we a event, Mansa Musa made it to platform be so a transformational platform. Picture you try ya mo handi over the cano In fact, Al-Ahi took the money. Dr. Al-Ahi took the money. Unbelievable. As well, make a show way. Nipan Mekaisen Igimbe Musa, I could be wrong. I was in Ghana, I was in Accra at the time. Or privately or so. Say, mean delete had the name because a security threat. Mansa Musa maybe the master is here. You picked up a security threat in terms of receipt into platform now. Who for saying safe no so. Anyway, that is not our business. Yeah, me person me try say. Yeah, I've been saying you better kind of press chapter way you're pending kind-co. We want the forward looking of this particular chapter. That's all it is. Now, me we know the DNC nothing has changed. That the minister say the DNC has to say it to a back. Emma doctor be near. Mbaba, a competitor, just like all the other contestants. My candidate could have sit aloof and make some of these allegations slide, and or not even slide, for people to lie against it or lie against him. But that is not the reality. The NDC, send the workings of it at Tiano. Ubi one now say 1 year party mweduma and we need experience in Tino. What can it try? Madam Musa Mepacho, even Moko management meetings, even being part of the management, letters say for your eyes only.
Need to know basis.
Politically, you will be a kind of kitchen cabinet. It means that certain decisions are taken.
You see, your friend is saying, I don't want to interrogate this at Beku Kwechri. So, obviously, also, so Mansa Musa, you are not being professional because there are a lot of questions you can ask. And sir, I need to ask those questions. Questions, and also, Eddie Sambi Breba.
Mansa Musa Mepacho. Mansa Musa.
Say update no the Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
Mansa Musa Mepacho. Mansa Musa.
Okay, sir.
Mansa Musa.
Okay, me boss. Open this update now. Patre say need to know basis near that. Okay, yes, it's true. But when you are in organization and you don't even trust the inner core, the top, and you to mean can say, the power far undertaking or this cannot.
Mansa Musa. All can't say what see omu twetwa pictures omu this kanema. What you say? Na was say jump was
say. Me say. O twetwa pictures a omo dey ma mo bi ka say hey, Saturday we nyina ye security threat so nti ye njan go fine. Omo we
na receipt need the security threat.
Okay, fair enough. Omo we chire.
Mansa Musa.
Why no we chire him? Mansa Musa, why no we chire him?
So who tell me I contributed that particular project.
Yeah.
So
that me also onye this in the listen about
just anybody else.
I don't know omo je
our platform so.
Mansa Musa, political believe in the party structures and what the party has told us.
Okay, fair enough.
It's as simple as that.
What's the main kind side way?
Lons, say party idea. No, it's not needed. Party idea. But so wow personal idea. Lons. I a personal there, fine. But say a party, I say a party there, no. Because
Mansa, we are going to do something. This borders on integrity and obia what kind of prayer. Because this chapter we are. We are obia what proven integrity. And we believe, say, my candidate has done it in folds. And no thing your proposals. I came as to how we are going to achieve the results. Mansa Musa, me part once the medical assembly. Me basic knowledge about BBR when it comes to research, when it comes to driving, when it comes to politics, when it comes to mobilization of information, when it comes to organizing intelligence and all the stuff. I've never gotten it wrong. Yeah, for elections, so before others declared their intentions, I have told and nay or more spokespersons. I was to be a Biffy Telford who was going to contest, yes, fronting a particular organization association within the NDC. I said I never had it wrong. I am intelligence, I'm mobilizing, I'm organizing because I love the NDC. Yet the NDC, no, Mansa Musa, me paucho. The woman you say, abana ye kwa koto no. Ye yen sama to ja. Omu for omu diemra. Dog at this studio hono sebe dog me paucho. Ye facha me breaky protocols. Wa boni bra ye pa. Wa boni bra ye. I can tell you say. If I do na abo black said doctor ke bia politics kan komo fa nya adwuma. The year kan nyina say, you see, you be ma akwanya. We are looking at someone who is going to lead. Say, you be ma akwanya say as communicators. You be no opportunity no. Say you be kasama party ni yen ko kasa mani pawo. Yen kwa kasa obi a professor na obi a doctor wo chade wo ye president wo adwuma ko bi mu ana bibia ye de enim say no process ko yen ye ni time no ye say ye boa ama next ye osade fo dan right osade fo ni so ade hunu no ye be manya abem sanye ni nyina mpo be ma bia abem enu ti na JDM wo hwe no ma wa ya ever since you tune from obi enu ho a in terms of infrastructure, in terms of all when you say our unity or money than JDM. Jay Rollins, may he so rest in peace, gave the NDC stability. Prof. Mills brought civility and respect and unity into the body politics of our country. And today, yes, say it here for the say, if I told Mansa, ya can't yet dear, ya can't be. You see, that's our programs. We are not personalizing it. Me, Mansa, before what kind of money we are, I will come back. No, Mama will be some questions. NDC, what makes someone a member? People now, you join, you filled in an application form. Know what you have dues, know what for meetings. I have done all those things. Now, only Namiadum. Me will identify your friends of Telford that or preferred candidates no between Telford meetings more than twice and after twice. And you Zoom meeting Mama call. Nipa no run a commentary with Telford the other time no when you meet platform now will show leadership and civility no right now me yare before friend come and make say senior or bro me yare be some concern I'll show you me throughout this challenge. Yeah, you not go to your branch, you know. Mansa obi ohun mi bia menim kan ma da. But me sorry ko na menim kran yet but me sorry ko na me yare na me tiapo. I love the NDC. Anything the NDC stands for no, I love it. That is why we are saying we are going to make sure that people do account for the stewardship. That is why we are saying say me candidate ni be ya to wo se the party adwuma bi mo bi amfanko. That is why we are saying say yen din komo wo kukuam. That is what we are saying say ye be unite here and fan ho ne do bi e aye me man say enu ti na me ye deny me membership legitimately. Ye deny me. I'm using the word legitimate. I could have said illegitimate or illegal, but legitimately because NDC should be able to NDC for and they represent disrespect, disunity, a lack of understanding of what this whole process about political organizations are all about. And to Mr. Me pauto bebre, me debate here, me jam me candidate no why in the Juma Senate de Biawa no. And the Mesamba, me pasa working kind, the correspondents have heard everything. Nani pa NTA. We are a team with good spirit. We are a team one. It is about the NDC. Mansa me catch you. Me say, me for Ghana for him. They never left me. That is the spirit that I am talking about. So, in terms of say, unity, no, these are an exhibit, demonstrate towards ourselves, carry each other along, and say, so in as much as we might disagree on how to achieve the ultimate, we are still a family. And that is what my candidate, Dr. Joe Oswajiman, has represented from day one. Dog, may I say for your consistency and your exhibitance of civility and political maturity going forward into this election. Now, I believe that the silent majority, people are almost here, and also almost the direction from what is going on. No, young person, this chapter we be a Juma said business. No, dog. They are with us throughout this
NFM Radio
turbulent and challenging period. So, Mansa Musa, me patrol, and then we be a new hobby and the basic opportunity there. But Mesaba, at the end of the Sunday, also one and patrol share. Now, remember what can you actually ni pa walk can pray? That's to be pray.
Yeah. Mansa Musa, me that's it. Now, Lons, pensio benum. Na politics there, yeah, no ma come about from kakra. So that's here because obi the nadia way and so a takrabo jim be mo akoma kosoro. But nyabutre so ba ku twa ntroye de no ni nyina ne se obeye. Mansa Musa we asoma ene enra ne ye ka no nipa bi afrefre me mpanifo bi. Mansa Musa man ka se letter no a mo de ba me emfa nkyere. Mansa Musa se no amekasa wotie me bwa manka se ma yemfa nkyere ye nyina ma betra ha several times say letter ne sane ma no transparency e adea e very important ama me kra mre mi ye ibi say acknowledge bi say on pa kro obey auditing no so o come mass so a so hu ba de ba kro mu say Mansa Musa so obi me opponent no ya ade nya meka o ya ade obi twa ntro ato so meka so hu emre bi penny bi a Kent group for a say omo ye a surprise party a birthday party ama penny mu bi odimu pa e wo NDC mu na omo mani hu nti ye no so no say no omo so surprise ye Mansa Musa surprise against surprise e di yakwa ye ne say na penny mu bi so free a former minister penny pao why ye e fan saying cabinet minister to say watch ewa abemu from PNDC no abewura NDC no mu ni ade obekrom ha na omoso invite say emra no emra surprise no birthday no omoso surprise ye ti yesu ni enim se papa no so ho ti Mansa Musa wura mu a surprise papa ina tuwe so that's here enti no tama ye koye no to be fair no na your current secretary was invited, but chairman the middleman say chairman, but was the secretary on drive? Enti the committee and say na yesa wa ye bi ayeko so a secretary or reading so obo adwuma pa or you be a on fana adwuma ni agro no kan okren so enti na papa yi o se e free why be ko ho but na matese omo say birthday party or baby am omo ye no hakini ho no Mansa Musa could have say walked about say for any 4 minutes cry na makọ baby na omo ye be me pa baby am no but because na we ma bomb me 1 month into no unti mean let omo down because omo so omo peso obi omo invite me and omo de bi omo be share bia so omo frɛ me na me no omo interact ai chair lady ni very good ayi de bi ofrɛ why advise that na say na nya ade na me ni di nkuta ho na ye kasa wa ya ade about group no enti Mansa Musa ye koye no ye ho na secretary fresh wo ba na o kan say oni chairman na eba ana mpenifo na won class sir current chairman ana ye nyina na enam say an na o say okay Mansa Musa na ye koye ni mo barbecue no mo ye because nobody ka kire say first almost say barbecue what you say tini enim say the initial na barbecue te chire no na ye koye no ye fi say omo ye no ma surprise ye say penimu na ba ave de Mansa Musa ye kwotena ho a ye ba ye no ye wi a ye de fi say ye krase ye kọ aye na se no na omo ko yi cake besi ho ti papa no a ho no a aye say onu kwaka say o ma surprise say onu mo birthday no mo surprise no the better an say happy birthday o mo to nwom ne de NDC antemini ade ne ye nyina na papa ne penimpa ne kasa ye ti na o kasa wi ne na o say ye wo ho ni nyina no in terms of NDC no current chairman no and the highest in terms of seniority so they say enti na o so on so kasa so and na onim say ja politicians there all kasa no and on so by any motoma me a science NBC on so de ni politics kakra frame fe Mansa Musa beti ya say kind of na koye meeting bi na na me master put down to adiama current chairman Mansa Musa we frame enti kind of no started so mu postu niema ne cake ni ade afa na manfo bi mu twantro no omo ye den omo hu se ansema mo kana nya no kore obi busa me ama me chire mu chire no answa na sakosa enti no ade ne ye ho sa Mansa Musa hwe me kan say meye a party a meeting place so na lons me ma we update kakra bi ye nya ba bi ekoto aba no temporary ye akese sie enya ba bi afi say ye ya ebia ombe mpenifo be move but say no ye ba bi ayekoto no enti that's a year or say me free one na the one say Mansa Musa tamwa me kokan na manfo say wo ha amanfo say me skakra ba politics mu dadro Mansa Musa wo radio so e de na amanfo anka amfa me afi de amanfo so mba resource wo say Mansa how do you resource bibi ye de sabi ye de nsuo na resource na say ye de na resource enye sika kro ya so mama maye enye hypocrites and this na Mansa Musa onim no papa na wo ne nam no a na sa atama na ye commando na wo ne nam a na o hwe ne so no o ka ne kore meboa papa na ne nam no what do you say because o ye de kwana ne bufo timo bo wasum because ono
in those days one can cry one check
aha oyiwa so what do you say you case oyiwa what do you say there you are so enti no Mansa oh ya ha oyiwa no like say me na nam no muntimi nka there you are ntia o say oyiwa like say no anafa enti no the one say Mansa Musa hwe politics ya bemu no ye nim de daache obekwa akoto no baabi ene tina me ye bibia so akonya to ene ye nyina pre anya no ye pre fa de wo from no Mansa Musa obeti obi na so ba menye intention say eni to wahye dado na akuti obi na so apra no that's why I try to avoid so the na make an enra ne say sika no a ye bebo odi no na me say platform so no ye nyina obi atwi a so ho ayi chema akwa na o ka group no ho be salute no adwuma mo ye adwuma denden a papa ne ye so ho na utwa ya Mansa Musa was so transparent say utwa ya no mo di no sika na be dey abeto so no mo adekọ so dey say it utumi hu total no Mansa Musa ka nya bia no ti ye yire kra fia ye ko platform no so a se won delete kra na obetumi asend ya bro ana meboa but figure na manfo bange around no ene ma me yem shim say dabi de medi mani hu ye no na I stand to be corrected ebia na Mansa Musa de mimi hu ye no obi esukotua sika puduo bi e de ka ho a ebia meme de no de mfi say fa na wa no e be ka ho de I don't know Mansa Musa de ase but said ye asin no off no sa na ye no what you say but mo call for say you know number 2 we say no na receipt ni ade no parties ka kwa ye ma receipt Mansa Musa let no be brewo me so far as me nim no what you say na ena eni mebu ha Mansa Musa said na o si wo ka say senior community friend kan say security ni ade no we say because sika na mo de ye den ema de bia ena he opposition Mansa Musa do ade say ena before so the way see politics no wa anye careful na no me set example bi say anasme ma yi bi say minimum bi auto pickups makuma num anko de ko 2020 Mansa Musa da so Togo ya manam fa ngurem ya se atobodem and then any a china is wa full bi otua de ka wo we pickups no so because ko bie na no say what the comma party bi mintimi modin enuntin no ya manam ngurem ebi anko de ko say no one private here ke mani ngurem so they say Africa ye politics no say be entise kroma for no a obetimi anyi obi aka bia man say ade a wo di yesu masi di enye no what they say boni de bia meka Hitler cry no odi ne boni no or the fa parliament ma amanfo chie na up e ma mo pass law mebo a sa na wi asiti ntino de me kan say adwebre mesremo say ye ka bibi so wo se akuntabu a Mansa Musa maka abre say honorable Kofi Kwachi time no na yebu akunta kota na ayi a friend saying senior comrade Roger no obegino no aka see ye koto t-shirt ko ye say ye tua dan kase no obeka na manfo busa the questions so that say e do we ya no be ni ye But this time ye nye bida. And when ye nyinaa obi apese enti ye change ni ekwe that dem said the old tue sika no obemu de sika ye Mansa Musa name on political party accounts no ye mfan to dwa enka se balance ye say Mansa Musa what you say minim se omo tie na omo hyeda enkoye politics nkomo na omo ntia ase but ntia ase o Mansa Musa de ntia ye sa because me na me vice no na asem bi timi ba ye ka asem kire say yes ye ka eye mpani nkomo Mansa Musa ase kire say obi no din nkomo ka say mpani nkomo ase kire say na ke say men kan chiro bi an kwa ne aka chiro into the politics no nye bibia ne ye ka Mansa Musa what you say but me share omo no omo ka say o select ne ba ye no o so nko bi ehu no so ho because he can sell along so ka no omo de ma no omo twetwa pictures kora wo ho na me boa enti omo amfa nsie na me kai so say honorable Alex mre bi omo ye citation ma no obakrom ama a party ne man citation e wo baby e committee no for year na Mansa Musa ko ye no omo bubo din no ana that time na omo bubo obi e wotua contribute ye bi adin because rumors be by say nipa 5 bi and the course says can omo ne tua ye ska ne de call ye omo ne tua ye enti e ba ye no ano na benefit trans ne obi otua bibia ne me de ehu ne din me timi din e wo so what you say because yeah Mansa Musa media party media I say me honam what you say enti no the maker ne say bibia ye ne bia no omo ye no aya omo de beto so utua kapre kra ye de udin ba ne de kapre na sha no what you say sa na ye no Mansa Musa enti we no ni kwase ye chinwa so na emo obi say onim sika dodo a omo de kwa na opa hu di a me de me fee say ye wo procedure o party mu a obetima twere emere bi kwa ni director hia o ka kire yen say ono ene de besi on the die na no aradi no international relations in the department
Mami Musa mo auditing no any more accounts no why na a hold you on to why and why tin to me because emba out ram ho enye but mo no say second why not hold those things away from you guys?
Okay, the other say a current chairman and was auditors and one mention will be deemed. You could share any kind and a no dear. So if you say me lay blame on and me blame say I didn't intervene because on a book of at time no. Oh, near yen one what I say. And now Mansa Musa yeah, even we are number 2 crown Mansa Musa. We are number 2 to the chairman Kurana. It's not easy. Untia kunyana swa chairman of powers power by your constitution. What must say? Chairman of powers power. Entino say the India American chairman of powers in say time na me vice and I quite remember say honorable Kofi Kwache say ye committee na no afre of secretary vice we ye pese yes is ndanu minister no say ni say na ye so na we na why listen no otimi send email ma o me send on say executive no say obi will be or the boss or the kan ho a tio that is good practice no asene ma obi so the kan ho a na what ye ntia kwa na ye den na yakosa so ho but we entesa obi wan say agenda na banti say Mansa Musa wona wa adwempa say o say obi so obeto NFM Radio kra maye na opese discuss na scanner ye radio koto na yamfo anhye na agenda no so Mansa Musa botima discuss so that's here enti no audit na aba kwa ba but now no what has happened is treasure ye nyina nim say chairman na no na chairman so blame treasurer but any internal politics what must here but the bottom line is the what top no ono na agenda not need secretary ka say ne was here den ye Mansa Musa because sana me dem hu no me nya akwanya nka say ye ko meeting ti no say na honorable Kofi Kwache ye no say obi amfa na yimra no de ahye so no so hu the bu on ko otimika say oh we dey better than say because on say na enema bu ana enema bi ye pe ana say similarities wo so hu enti obetima debate together na bu on so a okase we dey necessary ti no ma yakwanya no no say leader Mansa Musa ye ban ye be che ade ye mfa ne say nye che ade say me say 6 March ye see ye ko baabi na ye invite ye ebi say ya my tickets 5 papa ne ba was ye my 5 o ye be den what must ye that is the sort of leader but I won't say
more group no more law bylaws ne more constitution ne more ye manifest but nyoma a guide more principles ne and say administrative for year mo de ye wodwuma no what can say yeah in politics no certain things and nyoma nyina na you go abonte but Mansa Musa mo wo your friends saying directives and now say procedures and
standing orders
and now say standing and now say process bia to me edit probity and accountability ebi oho
yes Mansa Musa
so why is it not happening
and I make a choice say of late no enema bebre si so another school of thought one school of thought say obetimi a render accounts
yes
actually members no in need to know basis be so I say manage information what I say and another school of thought say no party accounts here render accounts and chairman we na fa that
okay so until what I say you can decide not to render accounts
no even national chairman
but if that's the case why is it
no can you fight the whole 4 years
no hang on the guy should be sacked
no nyabotre Mansa Musa and Mansa Musa menua owusu echa ne nsema wo kan ebi eye nokre that's what's happened but make problem ni ye sika na obodi
okay
what must say
but no problem person be blame no because eye no and obi ye transparent
Mansa Musa and I make say Mansa Musa exactly and but the make can say you see he who wants equity must come with what clean and you court now ko bo figure bi you fan say Usu obi a bone say na go figure be technically no one bone pa kon ya win because ko twa draw they will base your wasam a woka ne say why inti no the best year ne say wonu obi adili tell the truth yenko yanim obi anim say the akoso the past 5 years no enyi nyina na yebodwo so what must say but me pesa man for be divert here ni say let us me dey me say quantity ayi no the amount no na make say me dey mani hu ye no what you say me no ka say and then we go through a sin of near the adin in phone so omo ya no the final yaba na obi ehu it mean me stress say ma politically me in fact mischief nka say so because ni para dia wa ye yen kan de wa ye no a enye no rather than say I say yeah adi bia ka ho but what must say wo ye sa no a wa nhwe na obi su ko hu papa na wo mu no a na ya kwese wo kra wo so ma ka kire amanfo kwa nya ne kre once you see what I'm coming from say yem fan say Mansa Musa dey say Mansa Musa afede obekọ no kohwe oba studio kra na e chekra won hye bi ni ade afebu Mansa Musa dey heche because na ko ansem awaka kire mi Mansa Musa also on pechehye Mansa Musa say bia because share Facebook mu no ayi bia wa ye bia na cheye den e hye no nti no Mansa Musa o credibility afi na why
okay nti no say Facebook no say e chehye bi
exactly
say me ni bibia o be prove a say the nipa no be keka akosa
nti na make sure say Mansa Musa ayi Kamala loans
yes
I picture pictures any ade also was send ya bro but me catch and say ade bia ye party
e sa picture e share that ho yan no ne bia na ka say fa ne ho no e go see me kan
nti no the point is mama mayem fa internal politics no ho and because
I don't know who brought in the name of your big man. I mean,
Mansa Musa, me say, me yamo shame. That's why I was make catch on say I'm breaking the protocol. Once I'm catch you because normally no frame me come say me drew me campaign hour, me come as me boa. But I did that because politics here Mansa Musa. Me say near maybe what happen mu catch them wa. Me I've been a vice chairman before. Was say I am penny come. Na just unkwa na America foka bibi say secret is secret say wo nkwa utrimu a wo ka che your best friend ko nye secret bi go dan ibu fu no unu ma so wo be ka fa ho and na secret is the best weapon until me they make can say adwobre me I'm not against anyone.
No, but if some of your guys to are misbehaving that they are not following
Mansa Musa anything to about
they should sack them
Mansa Musa
are they way akoswa over
Mansa Musa anything here to about Mansa Musa anything we want to use kokromoti power Akufo-Addo the way Ghana hwe me no kasa is say
sika maame ayi sisile da pa anti sisew sika oye no unim sɛ masi ho unim sɛ masi ho sesi a afei yebusa anse sika no nya ahe a Mansa Musa afei kwa sika kwa yakohu ni demo a wode ahye sɛ rubber mu ni ade de asisi envelope no wo so onim ho hwe Mansa Musa woti hei wode wo sɛ wo fanse wo ne ban ni amanfo ba ha nti baabi a wo kura key wo nko na kura key anasa wo ne wo yidi kura key na Mansa Musa sika hye wa wo so onim ho
point ni say ewisem no a ekoso Ghana no la we can say they are all the same sometimes they am gitum ni say ye nyina Ghana for ye abofo ye ewifo obi apeso sisi ni yonko
of course
enti even
anything you to abai
ndc mukra no amwa na mo prade mu
Mansa Musa anything you to abai Mansa Musa obi apeso onya undo advantage e wo ne onya ne kro ne nipa na owi a na wasa su hwe Mansa Musa me ka bibi a kyerɛ me se nyame anye careful asofo amutie me wo de mesrɛ mo me blasphemy nyame anye careful na ye di suba we yakɔ heaven Mansa Musa ba kɔ sɛ wo hwɛ because hwɛ opa Mansa Musa opa fa obi adwuma ofa obi adwuma ɔkɔ a ebi am fan sɛ wo ye janitor anaasɛ wo ye cleaner ho Mansa Musa wakɔ no tiro ni cleaning materials what agu ho okwa wase han e wo madwuma na mfa ba enti nyini pa de sika to e isu yetua wo ka bibini yesuba no de make an say Mansa Musa hwe na wonu so wo ye nso wa ho na e be benefit ne dia
ye wo sa suba me ntwa wa no be ka we dia chepa 97 98 mo ye dwuma ma black tower na ye construction side buga for ye toilet ayeko ena mribi na a toilet roll nasa be ye wo a cleaner so mo manager am so French ni to kabro for kama ena ono mo manager no ono na ohwe cleaners na wo tower no mo be bia ampanifo no ye construction for the ajabuga ena ye toilet roll asa na so answer na be akotobi o say wa crab you remember Monday there's no need to buy na padini so okay na remember we about 5 of them. No day this way and day 5 on a day pack command. It's okay. This me kind manager pa a friend Kevin Arrowsmith. We they to say Kent Bruni pa Arrowsmith and they didn't know. So what do you mean? Your bosses bought this one for you to be used for no, we have to replace them. After that in the new. So don't we have mentality no. It's okay, just on their chair. I don't know if you bought to their chair.
What? Until they make an say sa suba ni nyai Mansa Musa hwe enipa odi ye kanokre me de bia me kan me so wonamfo mienu sa namfo mienu na wo no baako udi boni a wo be ka kire na so enu ano wo so me na me ko me bobi asumo wabona so wayade ene me yesi de bia do be bia Mansa Musa obeyo se ye wayade ena baako so was da bi obona so de na si ye kan ye na bona so wa anya de na obuafu no Mansa Musa na da bi so aba me kwa adwuma mu na sie na me hwe na so so me boa so ene wo ya de pa so se o pese o tu anammo wa brabo mu a Mansa Musa sa nipa me na pese o nipa kono tufu a mu de na abekọ de o de bi o yo wa ya de na se de otimi ka ne kore kire wo hwe obi o wiase bi enim obi o ka ne kore
enti yen bra because am o tam no o nka health na that but yen run away up Canam pesa we body but boy also a chance
o say me nua no
say the woman say doubt to say bia sikano anko ana say koy ono obi abetu ya class say Ghana for class ekoy nti won be clear
ya ye meeting ya ye meeting ama obem tele no
yes
ama bem tele na be ka kire say sa de na ekọ no any din bia ye bo enenam ho no ono kura no wote ne yema hye no enti no adwebre wo a wo pese wo hu bibia no bra na be wo de yemfa ne se e baaye no na chema atena so wa ye de wa me ye hu wo de ase wa me ye hu papa no anim to ne amiti esa busa se obi wasem ka ho ana Mansa Musa demo ye din
it is the same no what do you advise your brother also a chance say
me my advice ni say
no how do we solve
concern no so hu me ni owusu ewo ayi obentele ne number or Dr. Ahin number yemfa ne say chairman ne say me mfa ma wo ayi ono ane letter they make out there because normally no me because so my menka so say normally no protocol wise no you try any chairman
yes
and je bi onyaye no office e ono ane dia but a part ni nyina dia what must say enti no se one farmer because any dia chairman me de ka asem keko enti em fa ne say
better some ordinary
na ben
be say we ka asem keko
ebi dwin sa
and you know incompetent
because
they are deliberate
Mansa ona woka enti the make can say so de o ye enti no enti the make can say oh yes
if that's how it is
yes Mansa Musa I'm telling you
enti no to you but say who board meeting shareholders
exactly
you let them know say
exactly yeah Mansa Musa me nya let me holidays and I say me ni wokra no a me catch you say ya address na nya me din na say chiri na ye de me adwuma title me deputy o mi so
yes
what you say sa na ye adwuma because say ade also act ye fan say be twa gas also act straight away na wa ko say ba bi ni oba ni atwa mu a nya sam na aba it what I'm trying to say ni say sa politics no on say nipa timi do ba bi learn every day it must make an say papa ne mfa ne say ya address to office ene dia enti the make an say omo a omo pe no ombetimi age copy because let be omo de babia no Mansa Musa with my experience no as a former vice no en cranfo no copy ombetimi de copy am bro at any time you need what you say na papa no de yemfin say wa mfa good practice anya adwuma eno so ntini ye beto aba ye nyina ya stand there say ye pese ye kọ ne koye chapter ni ye what must say enti no ya hwe ya e ba be ye too personal eno na me person me try say e be avoid it because e be personal that person so ye na adwuma yi wan ye na adwuma yi no is still an NDC member you need this person after this internal election you be ko Ghana on pakro no o abusuafo o amanfo ye pese o munyina aboa ne kwa campaign ne agi amba anwa no ema president Mahama any NDC efo na yenya majority needed so betuma be e adwuma power ye what you say enu ntin na Mansa Musa uhumi ya ho hwe meti amanfo se an juagima de ayi kese o ha hwe abibini adwene no Mansa Musa ene wanka bia ma na o wa ha wanka but ne kure no Mansa Musa ne de bia na asem bia beka bia wo de na ede onim sa hwe me ya me ma mo de bia me da Mansa Musa o ne ni sitanya asem that time no now a friend will comes me ma na me friend auntie me say
almost our generation
na me friend auntie me say auntie na was one wo kan ba there untie me say exactly na because na nkola no omote no ye wo ye no no mo friend auntie na ye so be friend auntie bi na me na so no na me na ye friend no yi maame can you imagine because na me maame friend maame enti abeto sa but the point is Mansa Musa some making me ma meet me can sembi and then me can be about my life now we can me say na dia dia asem na working wonu nua na anya asem kukuku ya wuye ntin no e dia ne ba kosi ai wodu hwakobo no tio wodu hwakobo no wodi yeye dia na me wuwo otimi ka boso me nkro nyina afa ho say ma me fo no omodwa
I have to remind you
say bia we refi boso me nkro kan nyina ma bre pa ne ade na onim Mansa Musa oya na okowi a no okono mo so a omo babua no ebua no wie no onua no ye dom be wie a ne wo ha na onda ne bo badwe no na wo koche ne bibi a na mi sister wa amre ne bi so we are say mi sister wa amre ne bi nke se wo ya say be ka sa say wuti ya say
ma me fa ntwem wa mi studio monitor where some of Jimmy Bob bi o mo abo ha obi jina baby
Mansa Musa
wakobo ahye tam na some ye we some ni
minim any baby out in cause ye bia enti Mansa Musa enti esa eno na ma agree enti Mansa Musa dey make an say abusuam kresi unua kura no opesese wo di nsehunu abeden wo be support no but say me dey say nipam enti na nura wo say me be come apologize say me break protocol because baby na niam ekono me break protocol and na me can asem no because enipa mu no omo ni mesan nyina Mansa Musa outside me nka bia da me ni nipa bebre esan wo chapter ha
would you say with a bit of hindsight you regret mentioning that name
me why name
make I wanna obo open any deal
say
somebody scanning my on no account who refer say on account minutes can
David me say David ya account sikano you dey call two places
okay
so party and office of so what you say
fair enough but I want to say do one argument in here you know make it okay a public domain you know make but they do one you know now me feel say any say kebe mukura
say Mansa Musa okay sikane koi
yes
a party donation what you say baby a koi Mansa Musa ko party what must say and na say same way a see Mansa Musa a see my man for aka do make
how Uso Achan will be said because sabi
what you say
whatever you think say bia na so din ni ade ye woni pa bi wo ebusuamu party mu make those days PDC ni WDC revolutionary time no you bi mo jata mo ko bibia mo penifin chims ani pedi bi so ho obi so enyewe 10 cities pen na wo hanaje no if 10 cities have somebody they shoot up so why he for take 10 cities on na metre no obi mo na bi no
Mansa Musa
enti mi go say
how dia me kan man ka account asem me say we kwa ha enna dia me kan ya ebia unse na we kasa dia manfo antene say me say sa you know emana no krasika ejiji ye no papa bi so mfa ne kra nsan som
okay
because of some keke kanti what must say
you know we me say the American say onu owusu asan na some of the abano mo be ye den na ma solve
Mansa Musa obie no be solve say you enti ye koto abano because papa odi say was akonya iso
okay
the American what you say enti no say nye say political mischief and na say obeso score point ya enti ne ye koto abai what you say edu maybe kwa
you so no e dey score points like you are saying
enti no men first can be nka ho
ye nim so dey ko
but men first can be nka ho you understand hwe me ma better aka bi da say ni say enti no me say
so anya accountable one year transparent
what's why ma can be bia Mansa Musa this is not the first time emre bi kwa me kan radio good mo kan so me na me say sika bi ye say ni say and ya be see ya transem so atena what you say ma me trust me manage you know but papa na you na make and Mansa Musa hwe wo disika ko Ghana campaign ye koye wo de ko boa presidential and ade ko boa parliamentary me boa enti no enye se wo da koto obi account sa enti be se me ma tiefo te because and then penifo be frame me
it's good to clarify
sa what you say na the ade ba kwa na Mansa Musa how many say so obi kasa unte di wo kan na ade na distorted but me say ye discuss say ekoboa presidential and ye discuss koboa parliamentary Mansa Musa what is wrong with that if you ka presidential Mansa Musa why di na baba otim me busa wo atiefo amutie me ye ka say ye koboa presidential ne parliamentary why di na baba otim exactly and na parliamentary why di na baba otim
Fuseni Yunusa
exactly nya no ano enti no mamu maye nya yi me si adwebrɛw na de me kan se me sam mensi mpanifo bidin se obi a opese ohu sika na ejije ko ye
no opese that's the kasa answer why health na say
betimi Dr. Ambrose Obedwa but betimi skip because asemo ya asemo a ho ehia nti menka me nua na mam 2 minutes pe hwe
Ambrose Obedwa eyine so
na yine de
but say
ne request no ne request but asemo ya asemo a very
we answer that's it good evening
yo Mansa Musa mbacho
Dr. Joe and wrap up na asemo na
enti Mansa Musa de make can say Messi de bi ko eyi what you say emma me ka papa no so a wo hwe ye so no emma asem ko se ye ha no what you say enti no wo a wo pese uhu bibia no frɛ no anase busa no Mansa Musa na se enkwara mienu mo ko na mo papa se ade no ko a mo ko ho no me na me ye ya anase me na ba me ho ti bibia mo mra me ho a Mansa Musa wo sa wo no nua no kokun bio enti adwebre
me ka se me ne me kesi ba kuna ya be cheska na satam early 70s no obi che 5 cedis a bi gum papa 5 cedis no em say 1 month me ma me akohoma enti me boy be che ma me wo na ni che na yehu na akoyen to kwa gidi da fe ento kwa ba mu na fe say ye kan ye nokure Uncle Samina buy now my 5 hey over 5 cedis and then the asu so ji I sat on 5 pesos 10 pesos inside the school hey And why you can't say the party be? Yes, you go now. They yet tribunal.
Sana here.
She comes now. I come 390 something. Oh, she need. You want to see me Santos? What did Santos?
Sana here. And this enkwara me no, Mansa Musa. Dem fancy scan kwa mo che no. And na asem aba ho. And na wo papa gina ho na o say scan e say. O say 5 cities. And na mo ko ho. Okay, wo fa 5, mama wo 5. Asem sai. That's it. Enti no se me na me penimu musa me. Mansa Musa sanka etu akotwe be atwe. Oh, enti say nya politics na ye na sa de we ya. Ye nyina gitum. Me ne minua no a eno na ye debate. Ye nyina agi atomu se enema ankoye o chapter Mansa Musa. Na se enema koye anke be stand here dey. Ana de make on dey say. Ke stand. Esa ne ko no post. Ba enema ankoye enti no. Ene ye say ye baba begya ye ni ye Mansa Musa. What you say? Hey, me am former boss. What's a me banner? What's a me prisoner? Mansa Musa. I honorable Kofuachi.
Because I will
there be. Hey, unim say me standing Gensino. So Musa because na me feel say and you may be no. Met me baby and cause a ye nipa de. They be up so aspire to the highest me wa. And you may be met me yen say what you say. But say the woman dear or the equal reverse. I said na Kufa de. Oh, mua. Enti the one say, Mansa Musa, she said the equal reverse gear. What you say? You say will be a shoe. Enti no. The ye can you say ye with the same problem. What you say? Name sikana ye bobo dino. Ne nshakukwem. Sikano let the platform so be a hu ye. Enti mesramo say bi amojeje na me de mani hu dia I stand to be corrected. But je me di mani hu ye no. Sikana me nua ne boy no enu sa ma wie.
That's it.
So Mansa Musa.
Ayo. Obi na kan say wo de na yetie yenko.
So Mansa Musa me ba cho se na o ma kwenye ide o tim say. Mo program no de program bi a over bi se Facebook a. Amam for do na 80 because of say o show ma Dr. Do Ajuma. Abatan simple no so o tim say kasapa eno de ba o program no so because hwe man no tim say ono oya sundue ba o tim say ade ye hintintin on pesa na opese de bia sunye na efa na akwam Mansa Musa mpacho won say NDC o headquarters ho no bo a pacho da be no wate say me fan say bia chairman of NDC ye de yesika abeto bedwom da wate bi da pacho wate say MPP grand for opposition o me diska asega na fosika yi se me fa say finance minister enemra no ma no kwan say ombra parliament eme ukran ka o jiri say na ka oba bonta be account da che Ghana for oh and I didn't want to say anybody about two simple so the diabolic bi opposite the Bible say party no mo say or the man to be betum but we share the we akasa no so kono so a o say oye papa de ma we ya e ma say we de ehu ndu beti wo Dr. George manizem no kan o say ye ko e ba ko bi me donate ye but one kan you donate ye because you say aye kwan se Mansa Musa matwata se nti me fa say o asem ka o say nka o ye ni ye antanka woni mante to bi se wa ye ni ye na o campaign message bra bonti na be ka che obi se me nuan mo me message a me woni ye say na se party ma ko nya metuma be ye se na Dr. Do Ajuma be jan simpi so e kan say akonya ne balance ye be chairmanship ni mana onu de obetuma ye da wa party na mo UK and Ara chapter na say o so be pe baby e mo metuma ye meeting na meeting so mo be so or some be receive fan either my party youth wings and the women wings say mo ka say we program so mo me scan program na say ban say membership card and so in the name of NDC so o say scandal the chase cannot order that and ya fina ka ko tua no ka say admin ya mba be chamba bebre o say this is the way all ba support wo no e ba say and is what do mba to enya na and then look at Mansa Musa and there's a number for be registration say me hold me say no princess be blame and there's a car my to me the send my yes even for my from compensation no Mansa Musa but we only on ya boss body ana this is the time I say to me bomb my abaso this come limited registration you see do one gym show be a coalition UK and Ara chapter we need not sit happy
let me ask you this question be honest with your answer. More contesting Wahano. To your knowledge, you know, why they are or sending Ska to help. Omu bia say ni ska na say mu nipa ne pe.
Me dem nti bi kura mpoda.
Okay.
Obi amate me nka out to support kaka Dr. Joe Adjuma no drink grassroots for ho.
Fair enough.
But that's what I say because the grassroots no say one more UK na chapter no say one betumi akọ enim na mo party o chapter na mo ye no betumi tumpo ni nya be grassroots for so.
Sure.
Because here all grassroots all down as you know. Ye na eba be djuma dene and the party to ba power. Na so what to say so aban so e wo tumi. It is because o ma me o kitchen na say o ko na say o ma me e ni aduane a o ma en come do tumi ti na kaka e de mama wodi. But say o ma me ni kitchen na bo ga
o tumi kra bo twede.
Yo,
ana na say ona ya kraboni
o ma me ni kitchen wo no mo na say o bo wi no mo pe abakata hwon o kitchen bo ma hunre mi bo no ma bi edi enti ade na ye oga to say man on do UK na chapter no eni so do mi say opeto hwe part ni ye ho no mo no bo hwe grassroots so onya ajeje mu o branches and obi fi pokwase afiama other side no mezi ka o se fem ba so fem ko ye ko bom no ye limited relationship because ohun say no odwi hun say enye obi e wo ha bi na benye skare bi da afoka de akọ no say atoje aboloje fefa ka fe mo amko nti sai pa we but you na chairmanship or no a but you to me party ndimi enkunima na wasadi esini bo se mine anso ho a se ba ba ye registration na ye ba election nka 2024 election nka dan so a o so nka sa wa twen print ticket abaga na hasi abe support me pa say adopt some of the police station it me to police executive what me to amka wasa asand ashem amaroba dan senti ye meeting no da ashem say wa obetumi aboa na wo nka sa police station no obetumi nya vote be ko so pa no so no wo sa wa ba so body o sande ma wo eti yempo ye wo hampo ni o na mo UK na chapter na o si UK na chapter o se me ne munya e nipo ba ko se wo di dem de misatum e me nya etumi di o ni so do di mamo to beto boamo e ma obi otumi campaign wo no sai nipa na se den ye di tumi hye nsa otumi ko di bo sha asa no so na me pa cho na fa ne se me fa se chairman de na se ni kete e to free e be do UK ho no se sia no be do airport na ye see ampani apa chairman wan se sia ya me ba to wan na e be na be to supporting de tumi na ko hotel e ma de tumi nya ne fa ho die nte be se we dey enkoto twi de kufum say you can now chapter say ni example omnu de no ma ko ni mo so bebri ye be se o mo say o madaruma e men so mo ka ko to abanam o mo nkai Dr. Joe Adjuma fa ma yen na ne ni ye ne pa o ye o kana ha se ni de ye ka su ye si ye hu ye ni so the most support mo pia mo ho ma yen na party to me nya kunu 2024 a mo nya mo di benefit me nua mpacha me da wase
yes we da see yes we da see
enti Mansa Musa hwe on say political party no sika bi amogigi bi ano ho ye wo purpose de gimebo a
yes
aha eno na emma eka members na koma so aha na de ya ne say yetimi ka say ye giska de akobua presidential ye gi akobua asin north ye gi akobua komawu so de make atmas ye
yes
aha enti no se o ka so akobua komawu a hwan na akobua no o boa party no asa aboa de wogina meboa
yes
enti no hwe politics no Mansa Musa sa ene ye no but baby esika no be kopote de ode koye ye modin
yo
so what must ye modin ena hwe this is not the first time ye di bibia ko Ghana Mansa Musa I quite remember say 2008 once ye to abandon 3 times
yes
to be kaya first second ena Dr. Frejan say yem koten
yeah
tata na nania bro person we de court no o ti ase Mansa Musa me ni nnua bi mu ka bomu and am say ye ntimi mo nkosa akwa because that's the time o mu hie ska Mansa Musa ye ke kan ye nsa o ti ase ene ye de ko ye so ekoboa ye obi be ka say na say kwa constitution ze nkenka hwe Mansa Musa ene me ye woni ye meboa
yes
prof o woni how many ye ai unim say unim votes attached am we na thousands so enye hundreds of thousands
sure
so until what I'm trying to say is Mansa Musa ye niema ba nye bibia na ye ka yes se be no so anya asem bia na obeka
yo
na wani so anya bibia na do wani be hu na wuti so de a nye bibia na betuma kom what you say sana mpanimfo ka Tibia make can say. I saw more cancel him because you see Nyansa wakasem. Obi na kan say Nyansa wakasem.
Okay.
So na papa bi say bube. O say adwini so abodi ni bre.
Okay.
So I say adwini so abodi ni bre. And the point ni say penimu ni hwe no. Enye abachen which is experience. Ti niema bi wo ne ye ho ayi a Mama yenti ye ho ase. But what I don't like ni say enne mishia Mansa Musa. Na Mansa Musa ekura ayi ye fence bottle we. Na makogina baby say na Mansa Musa ekura bottles. Mansa Musa it's not right. What must ye? Ya de temi sa.
I see. Anyway, Mamifa Wenchemwa. Also good evening Mansa Musa. We the UK Ireland delegate here. We will vote for experienced person like Dr. Joe Uswajiman as the chairman of the UK Ireland chapter. We are not going to vote for people who partake in debate here and there.
Hey.
Competency and experience must be the order of the day. In this juncture, I urge every delegate was delayed, but my typo. I urge every delegate to vote for Dr. Joe Uswajiman come 7 October 2023. Thank you, Rita. Rita is speaking to say revolutionary zeal. Into the kind
Oyekeda.
And Auntie Selena, a bit longish, but I have to. If I don't read that, that's just a problem. Mansa Musa, good evening to you and your listeners. Sorry about it, and then say, I am happy Dr. Joe has made NFM Radio one of the favorite radio stations for the NDC fraternity. Listeners will understand why I tell them to vote for Dr. Joe Uswajiman. Dr. Joe buys 2 hours airtime to propagate the good work of the NDC. And he has promised that under his leadership as the UK and Ireland chapter chairman, he will continue with that till the 2024 elections and beyond. Because of these and many more, that is why I am urging the UK Ireland chapter delegates to vote for an experienced person. Someone who has done it before and will do it again. Not someone who is coming to try and see, like me, Mansa Musa. Okay. Coming 7th of October, I want you all to vote for Dr. Joe Uswajiman for betterment of the UK Ireland chairman chapter, as he has said in his 12-point plan. Thank you, A.E. Selena. Right. Doctor, some 2 minutes before Hume Kakra. Yes, my team West Ham has equalized. Very good indeed. Anyway, Mr. Your friend, Badasi MP.
Hey, no fun no. What's the matter?
Badasi. Yen kasa briefly na yen komoni yede. Badasi. Oh, sorry.
Whether me mamunyina aju enenwumbre. Say na ye osaje mo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The birthday awama holiday wo Ghana. No be na me amode enwumbre da eyankra kakra bia me wo Ghana me pesa me de prem. Anya politics now so me feel say this time there me mechanic pain to pain. Ghana funyina vote papa. And for mama can't go to my offense NDC. Mama and somebody no my president be you. Na me buy near kakra bia me who say mama eye no. Me kula me papa class here kufu. Because me want to no me dan do that answer. Was it no fu and then akufu didn't me yashwe. Onye na bushia kuna bontimi ya papa ma o. Wet ma kwa ye bi dia ma offense say. Ghana mai. And be there move vote to my mama. And the encarna be can there and my masema mama adwin papa woni tim. Adwin papa pa de do. No penny ade ba ko ya na me pese meka e ma Ghana fu nyina tia me ba ya as an intelligent officer make me a parliament am akoya research e ko tie in seminar e ko so e for the profuna eye won adwin say wo bo pobi
against the IGP no opinion in me can pen to pen to be a soldier there a police coup nanka wo ye coup but say ani me ya wo ye say a meet military akebe court martial
you
nanka court martial at the end of the day no military law no 1 or 2 or 3 people at Michelle baby na say one more power which is section 19 paragraph 4 hormone what trust a law to 1969 other is sentenced to death or hang or life imprisonment and the top police commissioner now often Alex Mansa or when the terminal lift just was time friend back into the police service and charge if say na one walk on charge no na say a court na na reducing the ranking as a commissioner only almost one of the useless and hopeless and idiot commissioner since 1966 Midland Police Headquarters and a Eddie Camp and the former head of state General Ankara Iowa Police Headquarters and Seneko Castrans a little bit changing many police finance, but all commissioners in the only almost one of the youth because as a police commissioner, Wakwa University, I will name law. Sankodane Yadi, and Peter would do a shame. And you know, it's something like cool in the police service. When Baba the first thing, and the advisor met me the man, the police council, all the police officers and other ranks are. I can't say subject no one that you dismiss all of them from the police service and this hard there media one for police one that move because South Commissioner now or retirement COP Alex Mansa or one of the hopeless commissioner and Victor grow man a chance of rana or parliament. No, Okokasa, no, is any meaning. And that's one of the latest news at the home. Ghana made him a recommendation. But one thing there, Nami Huka say, attaching to the president of the board now or parliament, not on yet straightforward. Oh, but the NDC man, Okuja Toa Brakwa, that was asking a very interesting question. But now, of us attaching that question, which is she knows what is attaching. Be very careful when they get them. At the end of the day, say MPP back in as a positioner. One share a behind action. Only we have got on your straightforward. Though I am Nukrumini, now so on your straightforward. Or a coward. And the Kakra made Nakano, and the Mansa Musa made Chamunina our landed.
Yo, of our Miss Mitchell.
Na sema down.
Hey,
me also.
Very good.
I know if you also hear you, but see yourself who are.
Oh, me baby, I'm one thing is that me ojuan for me means Roshi, me age na me woman. I didn't know better me them. Ne kura da wana make. Because say army na why a group of army officers and other and Beshia a base had a meeting which is section 91 Armed Forces Act. And no, it's only life imprisonment or firing squad. And that's because it's part of coup. Because police officers in there
early dawn. Just a hamachi by 3 a.m. Now ya chichi unsa ni akata weni edi watare say prison cells nechiwa near the gubo. Now they call. That's all. But Balasi, Mami Busawo. Where dear? Who are not or Chelsea? Me, the baby, Baba answer. Who are now Chelsea? Now support you for now support Chelsea.
Oh, me support Chelsea.
I see. Now say I'm what
Chelsea am o 1000.
Yeah. Now say I'm Jateu.
Ya di Chelsea na bo hye ntino.
Now say I'm Jateu. Now me West Ham flash 2-1 ntimani age.
Udie. Udie. Atichiri na tebra. Na to be obako bia.
Yati. Obe na tebra sa bo se. Okay, what does he? And you ready? Yeah, that's it. I take him.
Media matter, man, make a chiragan, we. Mummy and Vampire, and Tia, and Gina, Mamechi.
That's right.
Now, I'm at the Papa and Famagana.
You.
Now, apart from, Chimpunas and for the day, I dream Papa be any.
Are you?
You're drinking Ghana.
You're
dreaming, but
what does he? Wakasa. Me that's me brain. I take him.
Bye-bye.
Abolo.
Mansa Musa.
The challenge is big. After Battersea, let me see your show. Meet you.
Mansa Musa.
Yes.
Meko masem so. But adia ba kwa me pe me life. Enu ntina na me MPP ni say. Uma yehu say NFM Radio. Na ya jisu say emuda ho. Nti me pa aucho ye bibia na ye wo yakumem.
Sure.
Team Joe. Nti se ye bana unke biom ene ye ba ye beka se muda ho. Na ya twa ya asem so.
Yo, nti se chese mo background na say and then me feel all très bien. Na so be ha madwen eno eni.
NFM Radio emuda ho. NFM Radio emuda ho.
Machia wetiefu ho.
NFM Radio
Namachia UK and Alera chapter delegates omutie program we numrewe.
Sure.
Namada omwasi ani omabutre. Namasre nyame hira ema Dr. Joe Owusu Agyeman. Se enne wama NFM Radio abeda mouthpiece of the NDC party ewo UK and Ireland. Mansa Musa, the whole UK says no NDC for nya asem bia no mu prechechire mu a NFM Radio.
Emu da ho.
Dr. Joe Owusu Agyeman see ye betimi ayama na ye possible. NFM Radio musi amanfo ntie. Mansa Musa, every Tuesday and Thursday, Dr. Joe Owusu Agyeman eto airtime sa obabeka NDC asem onye chama yo onye chama ye mesi bibia ebeba owiati bia no eye election emutwi ya obi mu they are going chairman ni organizer ni part of some of the old executives na nye ni yie no ene o NFM Radio amanfo frɛ ena ochina ye beba beka ya asem ena ochina chi ye beba beka ya asem. Mansa Musa misra mi bisa o debate platform normal close you know.
Well, me no my brain my invite ya my brain to
Mansa Musa fiti Monday nkomo a ekoso ama mehu enu nti na ye mu bi ye ka say UK and Ireland chapter delegates and some nko vote ma experience because NDC and a political party only experience untimi lead
David
nothing obi mutimi be hold positions lack of experience inti Mansa Musa sometimes uti ho esa ni say unye full party member na say NDC member maybe you may like the party iti unnim emunsem and na say unnim hihye bebre Mansa Musa nya wo fort ben ye eye ya ni say obi obeka say onu no ye party ni o na simple nyama wo party ni mu no so no nu so enim na wa ye confused ti say obi a onu so ni party na Mansa Musa enu na ya eye ya
entwa ye
Because Mansa Musa, me see former UK and Area chapter deputy organizer Spinoza Abua, 2018. Me Abolo, me konho eko kache ni se me di ni ko Greater Accra. Non-go contest deputy communication officer. Because I was a constituency executive member. Me managing later part, NIPA 17. Mansa Musa. Fre Spinoza, Omo Munimno, Omo Muti, Omo Bisano. We came out with good results. All those share campaign. We take experienced people to manage a campaign. Now, Obia or manage campaign or no need experience. Can that person brought in an experienced product?
You.
And now deputy communication officer. Mansa Musa misemi bisao. Oko election vote in onyaye. Come 7th of October, you better rescue UK area chapter no. Mr. Delegate better about experience. Dr. Joe Uswajima now a beji chapter because in experience in the chapters and our branches is too much. Ye mu bi yeteche na ye di arewo se UK and area chapter dia ewo ho dadada. Alese be fia mutam or risankra mutam.
Yeah.
Eneba ni saying. Eneba ni saying. Not simple party work. Mansa Musa, simple. And then minu kasai. Me see my constituency executive, I also central. My and then me a current constituency executive, Trobo constituency.
You.
Yeah, limited registration. Now bisa minua atua sem say. Dog pen. Me see Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman. Me and a me Syria College Ghana convener. Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman and the SOYemu. Yes. And no manage ye. It's ye any exercise biano. Or my ska send a be participate in the exercise. Obi ye bia and no on ase. Me see Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman. Am I 3 constituencies? Also our other constituencies, be ye manage 3 way. Ne onuso aye bi no beka. Mansa Musa, Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman aka wo fidie so say under the chairmanship.
Yeah.
Obeko so ato airtime say na be ya NDC for beba beka omo asem.
Sure.
Sa ma ya koto aba me bo ana Mansa Musa.
Ibi so. Emuda ho, yeah.
Enunu Emma NDC ni attractive. Ene waya ma bibia no amafo fi omu debate ni na no they are fighting to come and talk there. Mansa Musa, let's be honest to ourselves. Do you believe, sir, Sanka Fiti January and February, and Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman, Eja studio ni banka. A man for be film debate no my friend say or Chinamuwa Bekasa wo ho. No. The person who new producer, new manager. Unya akwenye na biso omu say NFM Radio no omu pe power and as omu pe position nti. And no move for a babekasa. And now say, you two about more than number and listen to them.
Yeah.
Mansa Musa, new producer, new manager, new listeners.
Yeah.
Mumba join the fight. Na yenta Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman. Na yenta rescue NDC in UK Arena chapter. The best person, our experience. Obet me a managing chapter no. And then Dr. Joe Owusu-Agyeman. Constituency. Election. Obi anywhere oko regional election and a national election. No be go for branch secretary and a branch as on be managing. We take an experienced people to manage a candidate and sell it for the good people of the party. Me Makamesa Kebe Ofide we say ye to UK Ireland chapter bani wia e ho na me wu say the delegates, no, they are voted. Are you not surprised? Say, Chama Ofoswapofu, a contest now, the general Chama, ever contest na man for here. I was part of General Chama Educator campaign team. Delegate vote too. More experience than experience. And today, NDC party for ni enu say Chama General Leader Dr. Joe Uswajima is the right candidate to lead the chapter.
Yes.
And Mr. Obia say omumbra yen rescue chapter no. Enye nyonkufa na die party, udo party. The mistake you do this, it takes 4 years to correct it. It takes 4 years to correct it. Mansa Musa, you have to join this campaign. Not for nothing. NFM Radio will be the mouthpiece of the NDC in the UK Area chapter. I think that will be a plus for your station and your management. Okay. What are we talking of? Simple thing. And then limited registration. We are on platform. Mansa Musa, who donate BB? You better try good platform. Say what donate BB?
Me daughter your friends or America na ono nso na ye me lawyer nti me ne be discuss o ka se me join here nti I will discuss with my daughter.
You fine. Rescue Ghana. Yeah, limited registration. Who do you contribution bar? Spinoza Abua and Mimi communication officer or Tobo constituency.
Yes.
Contribution the core or be updating the platform.
Sure.
Yes, tech for no. You better national actual acknowledgement letter.
Yes.
You actual letter ni ma Mansa Musa. You actual amount a udi be ma yenu. You better letter the other what.
Yes.
Sana ye people. Okay. It is a nyamiatum. Now ya chair opposition say deputy communication of UK Area chapter without going to election. At least, and so who used to say akwenya nipo never see idea. Not to confuse yourself and come and confuse Mansa Musa.
Okay.
Mansa Musa, but you say what Matthew?
Yes, Abolo rap no mai na yenko yenim.
Me rap up no. Me wrap up no Mansa Musa.
Yeah.
Me ma wetie for we say. Me comrade now are confusing no. I know who cancel a deputy communication officer. You are disqualified because you don't know much and experience in the party, no. How can this such a person oppose candidate or push candidate on delegate? Delegates are wise.
Okay.
And they both vote wisely.
Okay.
Me that's Mansa Musa.
Miss me that's bebre. Which one is this? 26 5888. Hello. 5888. Hello. Okay, 5888. And to me, I'm Fakoto and Yankwai.
Mansa Musa. How do you know?
Hey, now, when you.
Are you the only stranger in Jerusalem?
Oh, okay. Make it snappy. Baudina, Yaubasa Okano. Meet you.
Oh, good evening and good evening to all you. I check out for you. We will TV.
You.
I unia Sagabo Neka.
You, Sagabo, Yanko.
That's what I can. Now, my question is, what do you make of Jim Mason's speech?
I tell you what, Dr. Joe Uswajima, the campaign time anyway. And Tinotambia, me trobi bia, I am one kind ye kakra. Oh, maybe start here program now. Me wana wa me de me banter, me de me monologue. It is a kawo bantemwa, and the crown most of you know is about Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah. But some person who can't Jimesa Semwa, Mr. Wa, Ochinabra, Ochina,
okay, that's right.
Okay, I will give you more time to either protect or defend or whatever you want to do. Because me them ifuse mameno or ye Ghana for a rambo or boy a rambo big time. But yet to me, can you not see?
I was a mature.
Dr. Joe, who's so chow.
Dr. Usu, I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Then I thought I was saying a couple of chair, now when you're talent, you're the medicine. Now, what church my in for so you are burden your
Dr. Usu, or Shep sending me PPM, Human Crank or Castle, and then my mouth holiday go and rest. And so no, Usi one or him. And it's just a may bring, but man,
only already open the quo. Sagabo, only out open the quo.
I wish you the best.
Sagabo, yeah, why? Good call, I do. Good call.
Okay, bye bye.
Only a bit casa, why?
Right, so who is this to? Yeah. Wait a minute. Lucy. 0714, hello.
Hello, good evening, Mansa Musa.
Yeah, same way, Mansa Musa. The same number. I want to share the last one.
I was yeah. Me save one called friend. I can be better.
I'm saying, Mansa Musa, you are the factor. Papa, we. So you need boom. So you know what to do.
And you may have a boko.
Radio, NFM Radio. And the positive change we need. Doctor.
Mame.
Man, show by me beside me see the positive change we need.
Oh yeah. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. The positive change we need, yes, we can. And yes, we can, and we can do it. And there were almost because it's a question of a mountain to my now what's anything. Now we you know, second vice, you know what you did. We are near my brave, and even now, we are near my brave. We support it. In Ghana for the grassroots Ghana all support it. Your committee Kings all support it. Your co-programmer just our home last year. A Juma in now. 18 him say Tibiano. Ube delivana. Bia send ya wakana. Isa la send it on the 7th. No. Ya me ya Duma. In so power. But me person me bisa question be about. Yes, there is no free lunch in UK, and there is no free lunch. But what culture is will be provided free NDC e-card, which Libya free there good. And if you how do you say now basically I am that free NDC e-card in my pouch.
Yo, I'm sorry, me that say said abroad for Potokasem, you see there's no free lunch in England, you know. Na sa putoka sa no o de koye kromu de no a ana ye because say no ye musa ye ho say ene kra me no kasai me an we are na say me free constituency bi a my account mo a me fa ne say me bo mo ho na ya gitu me ya nya nipa dodo ne ya gitu me ama president mama ne me free o mo say Mansa Musa o say you say petrol no ya car no kra say ya parking te ne 19 ne koye so na seriously kan no dey na say I was say bibiko so dey ase afei ai all kan no chairman ne me kasa na obi so gina chire ene sukom so dey yin sukom do na me say ntakoyi nti sukom pa na gina la say so e dey me kan say sa card ya sema ye kan so obi timi nya card nipa ba ko bia no o abusuafo ti krom ha o yemfa ne say £5 Mia Joe Ajiman, Ushe Mayina Matchra Joe Ajiman Foundation. Anna, this kind of concrete, Akoto. Only say pound, no said, yeah, papa, President Mama, and I was say, Monani, what the banner is a good, and Nania may be so. In the tears cannot to her. Na Ubia or Pecard be a so a student where one be no. Unya way in what your friend say, we be a member, or register or branch there so at tomorrow. obe struggle akọ use card bi se okoye we yes card we mfa ne ade no scan da ho wo do number call ye no an ye de we ya bro branch na o card abana branch da mam so na obi ka say £5 hwe £5 you no se wo se wo de ma obi wo Ghana enkenye ska me boa enye ska bia nanso utimi ma obi register na nigi party no ho a na busuafo a wono mo be kasa mayen so ye free be word of mouth nye bibia na abako gina ya advert but busuani no ofafo no ofre na say eh party we enye party ayo me ko join ye no ye ma me card free ye ma me t-shirt free ye ma me party enema free mania so enti no party we no ye omoba power ombe ne because the manhu no ayesa wakwa sorry na de won be treat you no what because sorry de fro de bia meba sa na tie enti no eni kwa se obi be join a osofa eni kwa se obi owo mu so no osofa eyesa na ya kwa se odi chine ko nsuo wa anye careful a o pe nipa fufu nipa dodo na ba no na omo so ye de free vise omani nye nti o se ye bibia obi ani beje so that say nti card ayi no paper one no yes ye facing out card no nipa bebre wo paper one ne bi omu ni sa ayi biometric ayi no nti ye beboa so obi abenya na wunya party no bedo wakoma se also so ye bibi ma party no so that say nti no sometimes no ubehun se obi ye product bi a obi timi ye product bi no obegina kwa no ocheche ne free wonte ase wakogi bi no wadi na ye woda ede na be obetobi obakwa akotobi na wodi bi nso wakache wonamfo se hwe sa de we mikota ye o na ye dey afei in 10 no ade na ode che wo no ommesa nya ho mfaso it is a card na ye ka se ye wo ka se enye free yes England sanity nanso onpa kroba na nigi party ni mu a nipa odo ombeba nipa obe convince o mu fie abedwone ye no it's more than sa like I say wa baba ye party adwuma so de make what mase enti no nipa na ni banna na ni be ka party ni mu na se wo mu ye bibia nyina ekọ ye we fe bibia ke se nipa na ni agye a se de na ano a Chairman General nimpenifo ba ye papa penny ye fene say your mama buy on ye beka say hwe nipa dem wa ye ma sa na wo se meeting see here be say edrumie bi krom ha ye ko meeting a 10 kra na enu bo mo ma che party no omba beka kiro want winter time heater nya adwuma want tra wo nyonko enchense a awobedo o kwa wo jacket a shell me no because I make space because no na heat ni ho what must here but no say two things obi a on no party na ni na koma so no okra wode o ma meeting Saturday opposition o so what you say na de bia no dia ne wo ne say obi a party na koma so no so eja guni na ase se nsuo buru no se sunu to onpa kobeko ene won kofo bi won so a de bia no omunye hu se part ne ye yakono a ena omo ye de omo ba so ta se eno ne pese part ne yakomo na sa ankrofo no ebe kan ye ho ne ye nyina ekọ boa ye papa esiremu se jata papa ne ho fefefe jomama a dwen kese ode ye terminal 3 ana dwen kese ode ye Kumasi International Tamale International Airport na dwen kese kofa car power besi wa se Ghana power ni gina so ankofo bi so mo na be ye no omo de fa ngun de gu mu na omo twa ntro sa papa we ye ko boa no a na ye nya the majority ye nuan mo ye nuan mo Simon ye nuan mo kuku a emo Mavis mo itimi boa omo na omo so ba parliament na ye nya majority no a papa ni betima ye sanne man na ye ka no se na me kan me say we president Kwame Nkrumah free wa president Jomama na wo efa enema ya ye infrastructure ansa na champo aba ansa na Rollins president Kofo ni ade so ho president Kofo ba no
NFM Radio
school wo hoda da no de bia be batan wo se me expand ni ade ba ye ka obi a onu a si school mabie ma ye se ya papa ya ye kana se mi what you say ni ntino sa ni pa muwe no o man a card na man free t-shirt na n'ani party ho na so na busuafo ye num a obe comfortable na se ye program obeba because one man ani age na kise free lunch na amanfo fee say there's no free lunch no o de man akoye se de na wo advertising aduane no a o de chair wo na afa de aye wo da okotobi no saa na beye na NDC ba beye krabehwe na ye be dose ye be multiply and asem no we making minua mo MPP for what wa mutie enti ma mentwa so nya me mo detail no that's why we ma ye bi
yo all right yeah, that was it. Let me say what.
Right.
Me who say now launch now offer say I feel the why ready now obe fra.
Why ready? Say me ko na launch because I see that was nya me come on no wadwuma. Na me ka kakra bi asoso ne doctor king. So currently Asari Ameko Church of Pentecost over town. Na me ba krom ha na makwa Asari before 16 years. Even na me a Sunday school teacher or but because that over town for now it was Christmas. Because a week before, the following week, me call you almost say, oh yeah, ma omo yeah ma wanwa. Anyway, these are near kitwa you na this our paka silver town. It's in the doctor. Whether was in our dream pa wo my because it's true. The Bema nipa ba beg dom NDC na NDC so aba be krabashe. Ya me kan ho pa me that's it. Bye.
Right. So thank you very much indeed. Your friend said Mr. Amansha
or some may apologize.
Mr. Amansha, also can be Biana.
Or some may apologize before the Beckham Mansa Musa. May I apologize to doctor?
I'm not sure, but
may I apologize to doctor or your special request, dementia.
Request on the other.
It's a special request in no. To be honest, last Tuesday no was your can as a mena in some near canon my time coin and then so yet the share so now the doctor we dear and penny for say unemu edia and now we are bonia ye de bubuo na emom so ultimi bunko to je patch o dia I had oboni che but doctor we dear mesrawo ye be no bekasa e be she date bi a ye nyina betimati ne kora na wo so kora wutu kwa na wo ba now see be an reception but obeti any ade enti no dog we dey fam bone chairman na atiefu nyina anya se ye daada mo na emom dia beye na assembly wa ho hia efise mpanifo bi o mo frɛ me ebusa me sam chichi o mo oh na saa ne ya nte ne saa dia manfo frɛ ka kire na nte saa so ho Mansa Musa asem no se kakum ya gini kwaku ani meboa
ibiso
na ha na nsem de Mansa Musa wonu se nipa 25 mo salai na kam asem gu ba kwa ayi a wo ye communication ayi a studies ya woka kache we na so wonka enko do the last person na dey na sisa kurama wa woka wasem kura no kese ho ya yaro nti dia kwa ne say die see nra na ye chechiem no but next time no me dey learning curve say Mansa Musa say me kasa na obi bemu a o say me mu ama no so dey ase say dey anye distorted say we kasa if you say e basa na obi nti die o kan what dey ase aha enti no me dey me ye bia Mansa Musa me sua bibi free mu be feedback pa enti no de no aye we kan em say obi kura asem kura obi kan obi si jo na kan ebu kura mesum de am kan ne obi frame o say asem bi kan na am say de me na me kan sa asem me na me kan no so sa so Mansa Musa
me kai wo recruit na sa information may Lord save his soul Captain Hopumwa those guys were tough guys. Na yes abrofo before no sa German for na mbegu water region no emu offspring back no a tough guy. Now no the okasa obesre sa sa information sa assistant from the first person to the 10th person. Now we na ni power 10th no unani enti o say enka first one no when no kind no later the who say ahuna petu petu no do second one on me who the okay me no me some say do say ahuna fe bibisa na e ko do 10 person no ono tie yi no so ahuna ketu so e ho no free
that's right yeah
you see ahuna petu no
and it ketu no
ketu You see?
Sawara, Mansa Musa.
How come I say take him to the parade ground and drink?
What was what fresh a for?
Where?
What a jalons.
Lons.
And the mummy and Montoko there.
And some man say, what shall miss you now? Say, appointed to the way there, I'm to be a man.
Wow. I will not. Oh, yeah, I'm not the Jala life. Mansa Musa,
the over can be out there.
I'm sitting my somewhere.
Where I can't find problem give you.
Madam Lost. Or see if you don't happy yourself, nobody happy you will be. You have to see nobody happy you will be. You have to happy yourself.
No, Mansa Musa they search for problem. I give one.
I have to happy myself.
Right. So, Lance, say still a man can't wait, you know. I'm sure say you are
Mansa Musa, Mansa Musa, Mommy and Dollar.
Lost, Mr. Lost. I think we need to have a formal structure.
No, Lost, please. Let's draw line under this. Because on the Sasem say program no. Yentime anye health, yentime anye Mr. Loans. Where the normally can be.
What I wanted to say is
but you just you don't lie under. Obi akra be can be yembuani biu because your evidence is saying correct.
No, me patron me da was mate. Mansa Musa na me friend say dog akasa bebre what sense mu because you tumra tracy utie some mama me say what kan ye abolu be kan kwame na kan ya ye team wa ye pempuntuo ye team wa ye pe chapter ni ye ma party na aya kono. It is not about ourselves. Mansa say ye the bibi e normal media send okra no wa kan kra sebe what shiva, but elections now is not about main long servants Koblan Agualita. It is about the future, the sustenance, and the well-being of members of this chapter and the forward march of this chapter. And see, maybe yen come on. For say yen twaba Emma Doctor Joe Ajimai. Mansa Papa no ni swadi hunu nyina to unite this chapter sebe and fa hunu juma wo ye baby a wo free ana o bobre, let me say it that way. We ye nipa enkani ba yake party ye twimi abolo taka sasem no e ade e part of the life ni DNA. Mansa Tuesday ye twa mu yi many doctor ye program obi eba so say what is mimi didi obi atam abra me boni pana baso difference a woman dey abolo aka say me say as I say you need an experienced hand to project a candidate. Mansa Musa uni medjuma mayama party way. I love this party. Me de da party me de da me de asore na me de aye adwuma me bia me wo NDC flag ebo me kaa mu me mfere se me ye NDC ni enti ye se etie for se me ba me
no wonder tina na wo hwan basa no Jesus Christ
bonne we are ready bonne yo
man that we do a chap on tina me ntom back let am out
we are ready bonne de anyo
Mansa Musa, ye do party no. And fa hone no ma be ba man for the ye games some play. Even some crofon communicate me fa ho die so. E wo party we mu no. Me hia o mu twa me nkoto se o manya o makwa ho ye hia mu a me san wo mu. The only thing that I live for. Sabe me no ka say me ma me ne me papa nyina free mu me hu se me ye janka apart from me am nuclear family kakra bi no. When I miss a mother, I think of the NDC.
Okay.
When I miss a father,
let's have a truce. Let's have a truce. What do you mean open? And in that stake ni janka
Mansa Musa, mama come as on my smile. Mansa Musa, oh, me jawa, me patro dog. Nyankopon show for your exhibitance of maturity, for clarity on in somewhat what's room. So, and yet, the American can be some Mansa Musa say, even in managerial position, and I say, even in organization, you know, it means send a letter, yes, for your eyes only. Won't support who will be but you no cracker a part of life. You put things out as senior and you would have expected someone saying could be defending the truth, not your person. If for nothing at all, Nipa, your current chairman say ideally, or let's say reasonably, no, okay, you need to compete. And just think would share in same either to favor him or not to favor him, but a part of Sana would hear when I may say a chief for say, Yempo Obia, what can I chapter no one show nim chapter no moon sem. What fat chapter no, and there can a bra about him and found one in the pa. Not some ye live not some beto, I say me so, and I bet to drop maybe an a cred dano. Yeah, the better. And I cannot tell you, Mansa Musa, many times I'm no doctor, I agree on some of these issues that we are talking about. But that is him. Mr. Tifo. Let's look out for a man who has got a proven record of integrity, a man who is honest. Ubia or say, yeah, my young for party in Diga. Mansa Musa, there is an agenda. There is an agenda. Now, coming to here, Bonnie Ben, Maya. Obi betimi akasa menya member of the NDC technically no yes me menya NDC ni nenso Telford branch yet na me voice wom me nim what makes or what qualifies someone to be a member of the NDC. That is also another stuff that we talk about. But the me person me training say Mr. Chief, let's vote for a man who hasn't even got a horse, let alone to talk of sitting on it. Let's vote for a man, Madam Roma, Miko to jogu from needy so, or respected divergence, and found say, who support to assume see, and I say, we free her, because Mansa, I am an epitome of what I am talking about. Yes, it will be a taxi driver and to cry a man in leading a branch. Birmingham,
look, apart from all jokes, but snobbery attitude, you know. Sebi no mo enjaya because sebi we are so be tie crofobia kasa mo ye ne ade sebi we kasa ye gina ho ne ye tutu a obia be hu bebia obia gina but enye no ene ye de bo ewiase bra we are mature da wunim bebia wo gina obi nso or ye taxi driver or ye mason or ye
thank you.
Well, we can't say the first time on construction site. I don't know, say a senior manager man, not Mahudin, not just want to build us up and answer to raise our morale. Or say the most important people on this side are the cleaners. Or say the most or to me, me Sata, me head your mono. Or to me, me mom overtime. Saturday and Sunday, Cramon be cleaning, not skipping me fanco. Oh, and you know. If somebody with that mindset, you know, or do any mukra when he now some catchers will be a taxi driver.
Lons.
It's all about survival. It's all about going out there and earning a living and feeding your family and also being responsible. And found one the way. Name woman, ye muno, dear MP before ya say, and ya, ye when look at Ghana's history from UGCC time, from 1949 through the formation and the winning of Nkrumah's political elections from 1951, 54, 56, ye independence. Make me a kososa, you we ye one, and I can tell you as an ewe, what kind of Salah case I want to call court. Time.
I see no court. I see no court. No court.
I'm saying here, say these are people who leading Obi. They had the platform in Telford. to run and ridicule certain individuals, which of course I was one of it. But me do NDC no, NDC na me do.
It was very. Listen. I won't let you finish. It was very disrespectful. It is very.
Mansa Musa, ya carry. Ya gombe. Ya carry. Lons. Before so be Maminka. Lons. Maminka sem kakra. Papa bi ni si da.
Yes, wonye den vibrant wonye den.
Mansa Musa be fere no.
And also Maminka sem bi nkyere mu. Hwe. O say Joe kan sem bi enche bi o say. Sata mo mo meeting no. Na why you know na kodwa credit hit na de. Oh, the me person me kaka mu ne say. It got to a point, a time in the life of politics, NDC, it was unpalatable to speak for them. It was just not the right thing to do. And Crawford to catch him here. Now who Kasama MPP for some Kawanya and then amophobia who say, and why am I job it on television station, on radio station. And na ye mun Crawford ni bi me say obi frefi and answer me frobi and any discuss wo Ghana na di pakro bu say oh na sa radio na TV we no bo din bi na on Crawford say oh listen nipa ye din na me mun Crawford ni bi enni mu nyansa a fact.
Mansa Musa adabraka. Enti na Lons.
Mansa me betia na me straight for say yen to abamai yen ya ye doku no. Mansa 2020 some attend no ma bebre. Obi ho was say na 2012 na me kasa already so na yen ani ye kasa before 2012 na. Anase omo ti party ni so ekuno it's all about respect. Yen respect here and let's do things right and appropriately. And until I'm a candidate, you know, what is to do? Ne fellow comrade who wants someone any no friend or did them say there be candidate will mean as much as you are going for a contest or which may you so and no to score political points that was there be. Into yen ni pursue I and nam or more. Masa unim my yadi may be or yesi at this candidate to be and sana ya verify me membership. Which will be over my dead body. But my name is candidate, my name is team, campaign team, Dr. Tabi or Lons or MC Traffic. Me say I'm not going to do it on principle. And this is not like that. And this is any pabaku forward to. Now may join party no ropa babeba me call out. Mansa who adwuma ye bobo under Dr. Joe Adman chairmanship. Ye be call Ghana. We shall be all over the area say. Party ni be winning elections and not about the gentleman. And see me da etiefo ase me da me campaign members nyina say mo amofre Mansa me da kwanya wo dia mame any how fair minded you have been. One running commentary on your project na ye dia trigger no. You see ye be provide anase ye be ma kwanya ye be tua airtime. Ama NDC ni bia opeso kasa e ma party ni bia kasa. You see women and youth wings, no, any communication wings, we are going to restore them by making a physical donation of money. Now, we are saying, say, we share your program, currently, as we speak, you 2-tier executive program. Why now, your friend is saying, branches no meeting. Now, executive, and after executive, so meeting. Now, executives not taking decision over branch meetings. What we are going to do is that any branch executives in a meeting, you making a one-time decision. Mansa Musa, you see, you establish an ideas committee. When an ideas committee, no, and Kadia to me, Mansa, Mr. Sassam women over Kamashada. Ideas committee, no, with all due respect to the Honorable Kwesi Justice CIC committee, Honorable Beatrice Demenya, Honorable Osei Samkwe, and man, we are all Akrai. That's all, and I can go. I think Dr. Kalahim, we don't say for making a conscious effort to accept whatever that they accepted. And as to how my registration became incomplete, I don't know. Obi a fill application form to apply to join the political party. Obi a reduce. Me so nipa mi and sunset come out and then they are confirmed as members of the branch. media, yes, because I accepted the challenge to make sure that we change the face as to how we do politics in this country. Meaning, these elections is not about Lord Evans, Kamala Bulleter. It's about a man who is dedicated, a family man, an honest, an academic, a resourceful person, a civil and respected comrade of this chapter, a man who has worshipped, a man who has lived his life as a product of conscience. And so, Mansa Musa, me the best here, me come to comrades, mommy and twaba. Now, young reflects JD and Beba. We need a man like Dr. Juwajiman, and we shouldn't underestimate his person. We don't want to say.
Basically, that's it, baby.
Mansa Musa, where the time the country, my rapport.
Bridget to be.
I'm not misunderstanding. I'm a kunkura coins or more. I said, I buy a was on Mansa Musa, Obi one here, babu. I buy a was on. Me no can say here, Mansa Musa. Me say, Unim say a 10. Sa a no, Cheboa a yina and a you know. Ha. Unim so more person adequate bosia.
Yeah. Oh, that's it.
Oh, person bosia. So now, and no see discuss with her. And yet, we no. Messi adwobre. Mansa Musa, di obi ba be kan bia no. Me ne me campaign to be and can be bia bio. You see, I can't be a bit maka. Na Mansa Musa, asma ne can say. Na Musa ne can say will be a taxi driver near there. Mansa Musa man can be bin show. Hwe, papa bi ne see ne dan. And o see dan wie no. And o man say a dan yembo de car. Car ne ye car no inside o Mansa Musa. To wie no. Omo ye car ne wie me hia tar we omo focus wie bibia no. Na car na mafi Mansa Musa mun pia na ne yure fi se car ne be fa ayi garage ayi ho no afi ta kakaka ne ade o so pa no one desire ne ya ma na wie no kai na ntimi pie Mansa Musa ye ko fa architect ya budan ha ubu wi a ebetima ye ne si a tiles ne ade na ode ye ni nyina no ebe wa de but ebetima nya the same ayi ebe so se be take how many days 5 days I was 5 days there be me padia instant a year me to me car Mansa Musa what say obi so buy us o eni entu car ne soro no utu soro no a we wi say how many days well da be be spray us how many days no so aka 1 week Mansa Musa omu bo no taxi driver we de niema abefie ho wo ko ena so okasa de architect is mo anu ye kura ya dwen a ye no so ye nya yi na ena papa ne se mane nkasa so ena o se monjuju ka ne time ojo time no a height no so baba from time na wo pia ba time ne be say ba wo de betim fufura che
of course
ena o se di me de fufura che me betim to ka no se yes o monjuju time kai na height na entimi ma no aba from na papa ne wa no fa na adwuma so wa na be drive me ti o enti nipa nya na adwuma wo ye na adbesusu no na adwen da ne tirim what you see na yesi abrofu sisi yen oh sa hierarchy system no abrofu sisi o mayese Mansa Musa nipa yete sa en we free ha me see dey to me be me man ke suspend me no e bia no we free ha na we say Mansa Musa NDC ye Congress ye respect obi a na nyamia ye madom Mansa Musa me ma me ne me papa wo me no omudi mi chiri Ghana me amanya ansa na obede mbakroma what you see enti me ne other tribes obi a sign ti Mansa me share obi a me respect was here because se wo na wo say wo krom zongo ha wo ko tamale so a wo so ko tan zongo ho because tamale ni na ofri ni krom no on trans zongo so what you see because zongo no meaning ni kire say the settlers ti so ko na ko settle baby a ono we de se te no ko trans zongo ba ono so ba wo so wo baby o te efe wo say zongo me bo a nti we as obi a ye de se wo ni krom mom ye respect each other. Na that's the only way.
Even so.
Mansa Musa betimi de ye papa John Mama any majority na ye penam na ye niem na ye no mo because papa no
body na dey 2 year ho no
titles so pa ko na title nye ya
story na o kan no okay Miami lecture e wo say lecture no fancy ye kan tweet me kan lecturer e wo Accra Technical Training Center those days omo ankroma de omo kosua de wo Canada no first group and omo bia omo ye South Ram asema make 76 asema make say around 77 and na all can ye bibisa on all can say hey yan said e wo bia etrim
yes
because with him na acquire to say You busa question be Mansa Musa person me Mansa so. You busa question be person me Mansa so. And also hey, let the others
others talk as well
because hey, and or can storage or still on one case already just will be entry. Ne car energy those this Ghana. On the kwana onya flat tire back one onya flat tire. Energy or no yeah no two tire. No two tire usually send ka de a knot no. When the best share knot in no ahead. Not just
yes, sir, you know
okay. And now or two tire no did not no a good form. Say school form kwana say one year almost ba be say we not to go for
as also as there
so mo dey ball mo dey ball so no tutu abaye no na ni nyina ko ayira 4 no ni nyina ko we akwa si ho wo de onye o si ho akwa bia no ho ase bodanfo se osua fiti kakro se den o se oh
so but you to be free ya
sata o se masa o ma me wan say ni go tell you na me kire o de abaye okay o de tell me
allow that say that
o se go de oh let them like o se go de tell me more I can say oh say aka 3 times 3 times
111 yes
2 111 no
but mako do
3 na du be ko bia no ko bolt ni bia
what a sense
because one also here lecturer
now
see I wasn't even thinking of that
oh
and you know nyansa no
Mansa Musa
you too who say me na say na body
and ntina Mansa Musa
ka loss ka I say me bu mani egu so but who say no
it's not nice but the Mansa Musa me ko nya ho asem Mansa Musa me say me ko na am say no and na man me nya ho asem ne na no de ko ye me no but Mansa Musa man ka bibi nchire asema wo kan sese ye yo
NFM
asema wo kan sese ye Mansa Musa enu ntina sa two tier system no ye say ba abolish so obi nya akoranya hu ni nsa hohoro a woni bedefo de didi bom what you say enti me we says from manka wo ya was bra wanyini okwa ya na ode me de akire wo se wo kire me wo Ghana de by force okonya free koduru ya wo se bedi machi me wo fa se we ne wo ha no me wo fa oh de me ka na won so no ye na Mansa Musa asema me ka ne se me say sa niema na ye no Mansa Musa sa two tier system no ye nyame boa ye be abolish no ye nyina be jojo because branches no omo ne hu problems no omo na Mansa Musa de ekoso nyina na branch bia so ye Mansa Musa sa chapter ne be bo mu sikam bibia mu because omo na sofa Mansa Musa this is the way to make this party to be what we want it to be we want the party to be nyese obi to na we na wo na so ya agima na ye to na wo to opposition na ye de Mansa Musa wo yes na atena opposition na ye de emre yenyere eninka so ka hu se bia wo occupy today no wo be free ho next time wo be baw se wo ne ye fro yes sir wo so wakofo nba kro yes sir me boa
ibi so
wo dey ase na e basa no na wo be hu se civilian life na nya easy eti de make an se ye nyina ye no ye ho na asem bia ye kan bia ye measure ye manage na ye nyina ho nto ye wo dey ase enti me da asem ameka no na asem ye kan bia fi se ye ntro ye ni evidence ya Mansa Musa ma ye nka kura wo dey ase enti Mansa Musa me datiefo ase so mutie ye me sa apple ma chew se nro me breaking protocol na asem bi because me hu se sama me ma me kirechie bi kakra me experience kakra me wa na ka baby e konenye but ya kirechie mu yakọ enum no me ne me campaign ye mfa ya ntumu bio ye ba ye be ka asem a be boa party no asem a ye de papa Jomama ema chapter ye nyini ne ye papa Jomama akọ ene NDC ba konya majority hia eno wase na Mansa Musa beka because you say no Mansa Musa hwe sa asem no atama na me ye meet bia o na o ka many constituency bi kwa beko e fa limited event ba anye mani ba me ho so no Mansa Musa na time no me se ne ko what you say enti no party adwuma ne ye nya da kosi se ye be hu se bebia kanea ne wo ne yakoduru ho what you say Mansa Musa ye da ase e wo na wo yare a wabetena ha na watimi ne edi nkuta ho radio we Mansa Musa ye be yusu radio we ene ne de ba kwaje tumi na ma ye papa ene ne be ji tumi na ma ye party no enti no ye da obi otie bi ase se aye si ye kan sem bia yanka ne ye amfa nche ye na emom ne kura kan de Mansa Musa ne kura ba ko pe 10 years so date of birth ye de wo na no an wo da utima Mansa Musa wada kura ne nya no abeka ne wafo obi dia ye nya no na ke broni hu se utantro enti Mansa Musa me do obi ase good night.
right. This one he said, Doctor, we need help to hire cars and fuel to convey NDC members who are 18 years and above for the limited voters registration, which is on the way. Contact your man, call Amenshia. Or no one numbers. No? Yeah. Oh no, this end here. You. So yeah, the best here. I have to go home and get some very hot drink. Something hotter. Apparently, the demonstration went ahead, and apparently some people have been molested by police. Ochinano, yebehwehwem na yehunu kra eba dia free dia koye ni nearby na. And watch this space. Tomorrow we'll continue with everything. Thank you very much and have a good night. I have to add, Kwame Nkrumah never dies. Osajifu forever. Thank you.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Hey, no idea.
Ambrose in the Ambrose, I'm friend.
Ambrose, I said my phone.
I want for my two microseconds.
Okay.
Message already, you know.
Yes.
And your purpose for Dr. George, my message I may receive from a constituency.
Yes, I think
NDC party.
I think so. But what yes, but all the same, you know. Or no, or here, sir, or so here a contact, you know, Naja. So,
because me put two across and say, yeah, you are, I'm on, you say, you can't because government no abano try say Reagan and I start to know.
Yes.
Reagan and I started now for me constituency. A quite on yet. What kind of a tractor?
You see, the problem I buying the one is say, look, I'm betting to my bass on Moncroft. But
exactly.
Those same people know if they will vote for them, many info analytica, and yes, someone you know can privately, and you know can oh, and your mom Basia, and I said, in fact, boot in the mood, dear, when you're being Kujinaho, and you know, just someone can say, chat, in voters, no more the gum, and yes, I'll be a mood, they are fine. But say, almost more Basia mono. It doesn't mean that they will vote for them. This time, sir, enlightenment, awareness now, Bano, and the MPP for in particular. I mean, in general, no politicians, they should be very, very careful because and confirm who say yes, is your mom. This cano no matter 20 hours. Until they should go ahead.
Yeah. Now another area almost I concentrate here. I'm a style no you see or do we need always sitting.
Yes.
That's what they are trying to do.
Yes.
So we voter transfer now. Then they can use the head office to do that.
Yeah, but how many voter transfer now bet me a year with the whole Ghana? Listen, me say we know that they will do everything. But the people know, me say, only few ne Jimmy just on the way of ye. But many of them, many people, on to cry now on to that's it. And you know, I'm not that afraid, but I'm bothered. Say, for NDC for so so whatever it is, because they say no, and Tokana any more munisika.
Yeah.
More munisika, and I'm winning for more we are billions any more problem.
That's why Bank of Ghana Sikaya almost on my share good.
Of course.
Let's
say you name says some
Why was she at the party day? Or no kind of jacket to a no?
Yes.
Also,
yeah. Can Japan Sas can be. Omujina will be. I don't know move behind to member out to make a way.
Yeah. A problem, but we are hoping that we will get there.
Anyway, listen.
Watch it. Then I compare a drobinum now. We will try to watch a bit. No, I think we'll continue to know that out to me.
Midasi be brave.
What's the mother? Bye, Monsieur Junior.
NFM Radio.
Mono me boy, mo papa guitar, mo come on some show there.